Hello.
Hello, 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 hello.
How you doing? I guess I'm the first person on here.
Huh?
I say I guess I'm the first person to join you.
Yeah. Thank you very much for coming on here. The other ladies will come on here. Right now, I'm just sharing and
Okay.
playing some music in the background.
No problem.
So we can start sharing now, okay?
Okay, that's what I'm about
Yeah,
to do.
yeah. We'll start in 10 minutes here, but let's start just sharing.
Baby's sleeping. I don't. She's right baby.
Lapu, Mapu. Hello there, folks. Welcome here to Current Situation Media here. We will be starting in a little bit here. We're just sharing here. So go ahead and those are just joining us here. Go ahead and tune in here while we play some music as we are with some of our panelists to come on here, but we're playing Liberian music.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're here live at the Omega Magisterial Court where we're following one of the famous cases. Finally, Mapu says she finished taking Lopu to court. What? And we have all of the folks here. On this side, we have folks who support Lopu. Oh my God. Yeah, wait. Let Joshua tell us who winning the case. And we get people to that say they stand for Mapu. It's okay. So the final verdict comes from the judge. So he said he stand with Lapu, he stand with small tete. What do you got to say in the case? So the people that stand for Mapu, what you got to say? We tired. They will be our rent here. We tired. Mapu will be our man. We tired. Well. I guess everyone here, you guys don't know me, but I'm Princess Alexa Venture Colley. And of course, I'm following this case live right here in Liberia from the Omega Magisterial Court.
And I'm telling you this, and I'm telling you say, yeah. La boo fini join my boo relationship. My boo follow prayer, mother from play to play. And then mother say, ask me about la boo before we pray. She say, la boo tete small like rush me. La boo tete small like rush me. She got a glow for good nanny. My red a pussy penny, a fucking pussy penny. A grow pussy penny, I use pussy penny. Yeah, pussy penny, a big pussy penny. I have a pussy penny. Yeah. The pussy I know you can find man for on tree. But hold them my boo won't be here in the bush on constant absentee. Lopu you poku nani advantage, don't disagree. That's only that she do ya with ease. But telling them pay attention to the way you get but we talking nearly can just be thinking to the thing we talking at breeze. Hey. Now while Lopu take it for her quietly and I wish if the level grow like the tomo para gropo kunani. La gropo kunani. If a boyfriend too like a grow like that, like people see fini, the people see fini. Girl, la boutique small like rush me. La boutique small like rush me. She got a grow bogu nani. Now my la pussy fini.
All right, folks. Right now it's 8:57. We'll be starting the next 5, 6 minutes here. I'm here with one of my panelists, Lisbeth, and we're still here.
Before I go do nonsense.
Go ahead and share this here.
My eyes red, I define my money. Make you know the taste my patience. So
So AJ, when I exit the place and go share the live because I don't know how to share it.
all day
Yeah,
with
you,
my
you,
life
you
on
can
the
exit and come back.
line. I bounce
Okay.
back
All
till
right.
infinity. I won't stop. Everything I do, I'm on my toes. But I shut that door. Hey, I bounce back till infinity. I won't stop. Everything I do, I'm on my toes. But I shut that door. Hey, I'm till infinity. no be lie, every day we did grind. We did take I'm slow and steady, baby. Slow and steady, baby. Cause I believe in my life for me. They can
All
take
right,
it
folks.
from me. Jempale wahala.
Go ahead and
Chocoloko
as I
bango
see what's
shit.
the link
Time no
here.
day. So I give my all of
As I the
it.
link is
Grateful for
in
another
that room.
day.
So
On my way. Can't keep my vibes no way. Chocoloko bango shit.
let me
Time
type
no day. So I give my
post.
all of it. Grateful for another day. On my way. Can't keep my
Yeah, I
vibes.
just
Make I
posted the
check
link.
my conscience. Before I go do nonsense. Cause these days
How you doing, folks? Happy New Year to all here. This is our first show here for 2024. Yeah, can you believe it's 2024? Jeez, things is the years, everything's flying. What's up, Rachel?
Hey, Jay.
How are you? Happy New Year, girl.
Thank you. Same to you.
Yeah, how was your New Year and Christmas?
It was okay. We're
Yeah,
already inside. Thank God. Thank you.
you say we inside. All right. So how's your city?
Well, it's so it's like we usually get snow around this time, but today, like this year, we did not get that much snow. Not even cold either. It's like around the 30 degree, 40 degree. It's strange, you know. But
Yeah.
we're gonna pay for it at the end of the day. Probably March, we're gonna have a huge snow.
Yeah, can you imagine we did not have a white Christmas? I don't know about Fargo, but Iowa, Des Moines did not have a white Christmas. This was
I
one of
think that was the best Christmas for me.
yeah,
It was the best Christmas for me.
because it was not a white Christmas.
I really don't care about whether that white Christmas is not white Christmas just because it didn't snow on that day. I don't believe that they have any kind of white Christmas.
But I
Yeah,
heard something as I don't know what happened on it was in one of these states, something I think ice broke in the sea, and those states that closer to the sea are the one that having snow and a lot of cold now, and our town going to be coming soon, so
yeah,
we're going to prepare for that.
yeah. I think we were definitely prepared for that here, folks. But thank you guys. So, Liz, how was your New Year? Happy New Year, Liz.
Go grab something.
Yeah, thank you guys for sharing this here. We're gonna share it. People are gonna come here. It's the current situation media page here. We are broadcasting live from here. Liz, can you hear me? She will come back. So, folks, join us right now as we discuss ladies' night. Ladies' night is a hard relationship topic, and you can you can join us right now live here on current situation media page. And we are here. We are sharing. It's going to be very interesting. We have two topics tonight. The first one is what are some of the characteristics a man portrays that tells you he is ready to settle down? That's a very good one. The second one is it okay to keep up with your ex while the both of you are dating others? That's another hot topic here. So tonight we're going to be on for 2 hours. Yeah, what's up, Liz? How was your New Year? I was asking.
My New Year is good. We tell God thank you for the new life, for the opportunity. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. We in 2024. Any big plans for this 2024? Any big goals and aspirations?
Right now, I'm gonna say the big plans that I have right now is working on my business, my hair business,
Yeah.
and getting in the nails industry to do for God to help me for me to
Yeah.
do much better.
Okay. I like that. I like that. I like that. Anything specific that you accomplish in 2023, like when you started 2023, any goals that you accomplished that you work towards and accomplish?
Uh, I would say, um,
Sorry, I went
no.
to say.
I would
Yeah.
say no. I would say no because we're not here to lie. We're not here to fake it. I'm not going to be on social media and I like I'm living a better life than other people to be able to, because people that live fake life and make other people to do things that they're not supposed to do.
Right.
So I'm not gonna live that life and make people to follow my footsteps. But also, I would say I have passed through situations that make me to get closer to God, and so that's one of the best things that I have achieved, getting closer to God, and I'm not regretting none of that. I'm happy of the situation I find myself in, and it make me better than who I was last year, and I'm getting better with it this year. So with that, God, thank you.
Wow. Nice to hear that. I am proud. I'm proud. I'm proud of you here because getting closer to God, that's one of the biggest, gift and accomplishment. Because some people it's very hard, to get closer to the Lord,
Yeah,
especially we live in a secular society. So, if you say you go closer to God, that's something that you accomplish. I will give you the thumbs up. So, folks,
thank you.
go ahead and share this here. We will be starting now. Of course, we'll be starting in a little bit here with our two panelists here. Rachel, are you coming on video?
Yeah, I'm coming home. I was trying to share. Okay, I'm coming.
Thank you. Rachel, and beautiful crew queen, they are here. As we are with, we will start. The other panelists will join us here. It's ladies' night. Everybody have different schedule to come on here, but we are sharing here. We are now on my personal page. We are, it's 2024, so we're gonna continue with this page until we grow this page here. So yeah, so I put a little note on my page that we are live on the current situation media page, and it is already tagged to the page. So go ahead and follow us. What we're doing right now, we're just sharing here. We'll be starting in the next 3 minutes. So if you get this tagged, send it to folks. Tell them it's Ladies Night live on current situation media where we discuss relationship issues, and that is beneficial to some folks, that is happening in some folks' life, and it's reality. So if you want to join us, feel free to come and opine. Since you are not one of the panelists, you are our guest. We will bring you on for like 5 7 minutes. We want to keep our panelists on for the entire show. Our panelist wants to leave, but for guests, we give them certain time to opine. We don't keep them on the entire show here, so that would not be fair to our panelists. Somebody just joined us, guys. Who's that? All right, let me add a person here. I know somebody just joined us here. Oh, that my man Steve. Yeah, the president of Arizona just joined us. Welcome, Steve. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. It's good to be back on current situation. And Happy New Year to Rachel and Crew Coin. Good to meet you guys.
Thank you. Same
Uh,
to you.
yeah, so ladies, these are current situation panelists. Sometimes they have a political night, but yeah, like our man Moses is back. Yeah, yeah.
What
So
you see me just laughing again? No, man. And
this are
we just talked we just text each other today. What's up, bro?
this
I
are
swear.
thank you for brother. Happy New Year to you and Moses.
Many happy return.
Okay, guys, it's now 07. We're gonna fire up here as we discuss and dive into these conversations. Our other panelists will join us. Welcome here to Current Situation Media, Ladies Night High Relationship Topic. As you all know, here it's Ladies Night. We usually on for 2 hours. So we're gonna fire up here by introduction here for the benefit of those who don't know these audience here. I would like to introduce them one at a time. Here we'll start with Crew Queen. Crew Queen, fire up your name, your state of residency, and your community status.
Um, my name is Cool Queen. I'm known in Des Moines to be lazy, keep it real. I had a talk show back in the days. I would say 2 years ago. I just dropping. Um, I sell my little hair, one or two, one or two. Then in my house, I don't have no store, no online. I just sell them and I advertise my hair on Facebook, everywhere, platform, Snapchat, everywhere. But I've been in Des Moines since 2009, and I'm still here. And I'm a mother of 5 children.
Thank you.
So yeah.
Welcome. Next we have Rachel Carter. Fired up.
My name is Masa on Facebook, but Rachel, AJ love to call me that. I'm from North Dakota, Bismarck. and I'm one of the panelists there.
And you will be getting married soon.
Yeah, Bridget.
I have to make that quick announcement before someone the male panelists try to throw that hook. Yeah. So let's go on to Mr. I Love You because he's the one that always tries to throw his hook. So, Mr. I Love You, introduce yourself.
Just as you rightfully said, I go by the name David Alex Matari, aka Mr. I Love You. Um, Liberian stand-up comedian, MC for weddings and other events, and here I am. Been doing this with AJ for quite a while now. So.
Okay, thank you. And I would like to also welcome one of our political panelists, and also he's a little panelist too, Steve.
Well, good afternoon, my name is Steve. I live in Phoenix, Arizona. I normally talk about Liberian politics. I talk social issues. That's basically it about me. I stay as focused as I can be on the topic and on the issues. And I'm a contributor here on current situation media, but normally I'm always running away from the CEO. Yeah. The 2 minutes to get me, they can be hard. So I eat it. You know, that is that.
Thank you, gentlemen. And we're very happy to see you guys once again. Like I say, happy New Year to you all. Yeah, happy to see everybody live and healthy and strong in 2024 here. And we also like to welcome Lofty. Lofty, go ahead, introduce yourself.
Hi everyone. My name is Eleanor Babla Logan,
All right,
and I'm a panelist on the show.
thank you guys.
And
So,
you married a man Liberian.
Yes, that.
her man, her man,
So,
100,000 miles away. So, Lofty, are you saying that whenever you feel, I would say, sexually happy, do you cross the sea? Do you take plane and go there, or you guys make love over the phone or virtual?
AJ, I plead the favor.
Plead the favor. So, say you plead the fifth, then we'll move on. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, moving on here, guys, I would like to also welcome Pastor Success. Pastor Success is one of our political contributors. But he do have a talk show coming up on current situation every Sunday. He's going to be starting in 2 weeks. It's a religious show. He's on here to usually give some biblical point of view. Pastor Success, welcome. Pastor Success, can you hear me? Okay, I think he went off. He'll come back on. So let's move on here. So today, yeah, we have two very interesting topics. Number one here, what are some of the characteristics or man portrays that tells you he is ready to settle down? Very, very important topic here. So we're gonna dive into it here. We're going to start. We're going to start with Massa Carter, Rachel Carter here. What are some of the characteristics your man portrays when you guys were dating that you think that this man is ready to settle down? Or maybe if you don't want to use your current fiance, if you want to use someone else, you want to generalize, that's fine. But if you want to also use your man as an example, that's okay. So what are some of the characteristics?
I think each individuals are different, but for me personally, um, I was already willing to build. So I had everything already. So it was just about, uh, he was so willing to follow direction for us to work together. That's the difference. And he has some characteristic that he shows that make me to understand that he was willing or he is ready. So when something come on the table, he's willing to compromise, listen, and work along with me. And another thing is when it comes to family investment, those topics, when you hear somebody talking about something like that and know what they're going to do with their life in the next 3 years, or has short-term goals to long-term goals, then it's an assurance that the person is ready.
Okay. And just to follow up here on Mr. I Love You and Steve, you guys can ask these ladies follow up questions. Because I don't want to be the only one asking the questions. If you think you have a follow up question for Miss Carter, you can ask her before we move to the next person. And then follow up questions based on the question we asked her.
So just before I make a follow up question here, let me use the opportunity to do a quick advertisement. I know you have your wedding coming up. Bear in mind, Mr. I Love You is an MC. So, considering all factors, make sure you make a crucial decision when you are doing your consideration. With that
Okay.
being said, um, one of the key thing, one of the key thing, the point you raised here was your man. He showed that he was willing to compromise. So, which means in order for you guys to make that progress, in order for you to really know that he was ready, there were a lot of things he had to compromise on. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So compromising is one of the key character a man can show when he is ready to settle down.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to pull out the points, from what you said, because based on the way you said, and then the second point you raised in there is he having short term to long term goals. So it's like when you ask him about things concerning family in the long term, he sounds like he got a whole plan figured out. He got something in his head. So and some of those plans seem to make sense to you.
Yes. And
Okay.
another thing, I was already ready in a sense that we both were almost on the same trap. Like he was waiting, he wanted somebody that this kind. And I had, women always have the list. Men don't really have the list. They would just say, I want a woman who's ready to. So he just fit in my list because he was compromising to fit in there because he wanted something which is future. So we just connect or click that way.
Just before we move to the last question, or before Moses asks you any other question, one thing I want to ask is the financial aspect of him. Was there anything concerning the financial aspect that gave you a green light that he's ready?
At that point, no, because um, I know that as long I'm his half, as long I'm with him, I can build him and make him any way he want to be. So, and I saw the potential in him, which is he want to work, he got passion for something. So it was easy to, so it wasn't like he had anything, he had money, but he had love and he was willing to do anything to be where he want.
So the financial aspect wasn't too solid, but you were willing to take the risks.
It wasn't a risk because I didn't have anything either. I'm broke too.
No, but either way, some women will not want to step into a future or a long term without financial aspect being green light. But I'll leave it for Moses and AJ. I just wanted to get clarification on that.
All right, mostly follow up and a follow up question for her, and then open a question for her.
Yes, and I think before I ask my question, I want to make a quick statement of clarity because I think it's important. When I read a question, one of the reasons that I actually made time to come on. When I read the very first question, I felt a little. I said, man, I felt at ease, right? Because normally, this question would be the other way around, right? In most cases, it would be men asking women if they're ready, because even if you look at it from a religious standpoint, the Bible talks about he who finds a wife, right? It's never about a woman going to find a husband. So I was a little intrigued about that question, but about this question. But I think, in all honesty, it's fair to say that it brings a balanced perspective, and that's the context in which I want to ask my question. Um, Most times, all of us as whether young people or older people, males and females, one of the things women look for, some of the qualities is they look for hot, cute, sexy. These are the things you hear, right? In our times, I don't know about the olden time, but in our times, these are some of the things that people talk about. So my question to Masa, to Rachel, and this question goes across to also Eleanor and maybe Crew Queen. Maybe they can help us with this perspective because what quality, what quality that differentiated the person that you would marry, that differentiates the person that you would like to marry, as opposed to the person that you will want to date? What quality separate both?
The outstanding ones.
Yeah, what quality separate both of them? If you could just name maybe 2 or 3 on the top of your list to just give us an idea.
Can I go? Oh, well, I go
No,
first.
okay. So everybody different. So you're gonna hear a different answer from these women. But for me personally, it's about you gotta be patient, kind, and my most thing is adaptable because we both from different area. You're willing to adapt to mine where I'm willing to adapt. As long as he's willing to adapt and he's patient and he's kind, the rest of the other people thing gonna pour.
Okay, so you say patient, kind, and adaptability.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Eleanor, I know you said you want to go. Please.
For me, mine was his humbleness. He's My husband is very humble, and he knows when he's wrong. That's something in my past relationships I never had. I had to literally argue and bring hundreds of thousands of points for my partner in the past to understand that what they did was wrong to me. But with this, my husband, as soon as he knows when I'm mad, he'd be like, okay, I'm sorry, and we can get it fixed. Let me give you an example. So they were playing the funnel, right? And then he scored a free kick. So then the LFA, which is the Liberian Football Association, posted on their website and said that somebody else scored a goal. So I went on that post and I'm like, no, I get your fast straight. It was faster looking who scored that goal. It was even a free kick. And he got mad at me. And he was like, why are you even on the people post? And I mean, you see what, but I mean, because he did not expect me to go on there and say something to the people. So I was mad to him, and then we're going back and forth. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go tell your mom. And he was like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'd come to you this way, but I just didn't expect my husband, my wife to be on the people post and going back and forth with them. You see? That's what men will be like, yes, I'm telling you now, you're wrong. I'm telling you wrong. Why you commenting on the post and post? Even the post said, I'm just going to go, will fix it later on. You don't have to. But he, even though he had his point, but he knew where I was coming from. That's something he is as a man. He like know when he's wrong. I never had it.
After you threaten him that
No,
you
no,
go
no, no. I
report him
did
to your
not.
man.
I
You say you're going to go report him to your man after you
Yeah,
threaten
I think I'm
him.
going to tell your mom because
No, you threatening a man. It was not a threat. He just said, I'm going to tell your mom. That's it. There's
yeah,
not a
because
threat.
I want mom to see if
It
I'm
was a
wrong.
threat.
Because
It was a threat because she didn't intend to go tell her mom. It's like
no,
I'm just saying this.
no, actually,
No, you are insinuating now. Because you're not in your
because,
heart.
because I was mad and the put on won't give him his credit, so I was mad. And then his humbleness, like I'm telling you, you go in the library there, not one person will have a bad thing to say about that man. He's the captain for a team, but any his team may say, "Oh, first let me wear an armband." He will let him wear the armband for that game. That's how humble he is. So many be like, no, I beg you, yeah, what? My woman, yeah, you want the armband over me, no. But even if I understand, he don't care. Who wants the armband? You're asking for it, he will give it to you. That's how humble he is. Very humble. And the third thing about him, he was determined. What? He's very determined. And oh my God, yes. If he wants something, he knows how to make it happen. So those are things that I never had in my previous relationships I was in. So those are the 3 attributes that made me understand that this man, yeah, this is my husband.
Okay,
Yeah.
um, cool queen, I beg you, let me hear from you, now, mama, please. We can take note to Nera. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, give me a minute, please.
Okay, but CEO, is it okay if while we're waiting for me to ask another question to the two sisters here, because I think so then what you guys are saying is physical attributes and other qualities don't really matter to you. So that means you are immune to that. You might not get tempted or whatever it is. So when you're trying to say to us now, when you see somebody that look good in the face and not struggling in the face, you don't look in that direction, and you're not attracted to that, because you said nothing about those qualities or those attributes. Though the only
No.
thing that kindness and humble, and they want it. We're not in church here, my people. So what you say about that other area?
No, you didn't ask about what attracts you. You asked about um qualities. The qualities
Characteristics,
are
right?
things that inside that you can see. Those are things that come with your characteristics. That's things that come with you. But if you ask for what attracts you, then we go to physically, mindset, and stuff like that. That's what we need to talk about. That.
Oh, okay.
So technically speaking, we are dealing with men who have already passed the audition. They're already in the system. They're not filling the W-2 form. They're in the system now. So then now you got to work your way now to get out of that point to the next level. But if you're talking about they're hiring people on, then that's when the six pack kick in, the dreadlocks, and
So,
et cetera, et cetera.
but then let me squeeze in the question, because since we're not talking about physical attraction, right? We're talking about attributes, qualities, or whatever it is, right? And maybe Pastor Success here can also help us with that. That whether from a religious or from a social standpoint, you don't eat I love you who. Money is very critical in any relationship. You can't eat, baby, I love you, baby, you hot, baby, you sexy, you looking good, right? So where does the issue of money? Because I heard you earlier, Rachel, saying that you use the word "masewi apo" and "ipo," in that context, right? Where does money fit into this whole marriage or relationship context? How does money speak to your choice or your final decision in wanting to get married to a man?
Okay. For me, as a young woman, you don't know this until you grow older. I'm not old yet, but I'm a person I value time. I value some things, and when you want a man with money, he's not going to give certain things to you. You will have material things, but when it comes to having time with you, for you guys to read the Bible or go for a walk, those little things, he will be basic making money to make you happy. And I wanted to build with my man. I don't want nobody that already have it. I want us to build it from scratch.
Yep.
So money was not something like, oh, he gotta have it. It's about I have to know how to maintain and be able to manage his money for us to be rich. So I have to kind of like be ready for us to be rich. But I can't. Money was not like the thing. I know that as long we have each other, and we can manage, and we have worker, and we're working towards our educational goals and other stuff and stuff and stuff, it will work. Then having a man, I already have it. Now you're gonna control me. Now you're gonna be to work. Now when I said let's do work, he said no. I'm working to plan a vacation for us to go to Miami to dance on a yacht. I don't want that. I want that time with you. That they call poor time, but I want that time who can play Lulu, we eat Gary, we go wrestle, do all those things. Those things money can buy it. Because those times we're going out with the money you providing for us to go have fun in different places or go to buy. So just temporary time. When we come back, you're going back on the computer, going back to work, and I'm in the house again bored.
Okay. So Eleanor, to you who got a man in Liberia, what one would say that this quote unquote humble word that you're using, because the man across the Atlantic Ocean, you got to play humble. Maybe because you are in charge and sending him the money. I mean, nobody's stupid here. Let's be honest, right? Back who we there, my boss, Mr. I love you. So long you drop me 100 with 150 every month. You even tell you no go later and say only the son you will later all day. Nobody's stupid here. So what do you say about that?
So let me just say, right? Before I even met him, they had it going on for themselves. They were established before even me. So he's not dependable on me. He's not depending on me at all. So he
But
and in
Elena,
his,
let me not call you up, right? Just
yeah.
before you answer quickly here, for the record, I'm not facing this to you. There are a lot of
Okay.
our sisters and our brothers, and every time the dating people back home, when you ask them about the money aspect, everyone keeps saying they had it for themselves, they had it for themselves. But when
Yeah.
you dig into the system, you will
Yeah.
find records of occasions where you've sent that person money, even if you've sent them $50 one time during the entire relationship, it do count. This
But I
whole thing
mean,
of they already had it,
I bought you a
it's
BMW truck and I
yeah.
sent it. I'm not
Wait,
Eh?
disputing the
wait,
fact
wait,
I
wait,
can
wait,
send
wait,
my
wait,
man
wait,
money.
wait, wait.
Of course.
Eleanor, slow down now. Let's take it easy, mama. Don't run your fire. You say what
I
is
said I have bought the guy a BMW truck and I
oh,
shipped it to him in Africa before.
Jesus?
Of course. I'm not
Oh,
disputing that I can support my
I'll be
man.
a bit mute. Let me throw in something here.
Yeah.
why it is true that money is one of the lubricants in a marriage.
Yet terminology, lubricant.
It's one of the lubricants in a marriage. But money should not be the base or that factor
That
that
part.
holds the marriage.
Mhm.
It should not be. What somebody is playing music though? Can the person mute?
No, they just want to tell you, man of God, that I whole thing what you talking, money will make bigger things. Yeah.
Let me come in. Let me back that up a little bit.
I
Uh,
think I was just waiting for that music
What
to
I need,
pause
let's
so
go.
that I can
I
speak.
wasn't done, I beg you, I wasn't done.
So guys,
Let me
okay.
finish. I wasn't done. My uncle Jack come in, so I wanted to say
Okay,
something.
go ahead, Eleanor.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm not disputing the fact that I take care of my man. I was having a man in America who lived together. He was working, and I was paying other bills. So what a difference that makes? It makes no difference.
Yeah, I
Yes,
know, but I just didn't want you to use that phrase of he already had everything, as if to
of
say
course
like,
he was eating
I
before he met me.
mean,
He had his place. He was living before he met me. He was wearing clothes and shoes before he met me. So if I come on and I have the money, it's just a bonus for him. So he doesn't
okay,
depend on me for a day-to-day life. And I'm telling
all
you,
right.
I bought him a BMW truck, and he was even angry with me because he was like, "Baby, you don't even have to do it." I'm like, "Yes, I will do it." I'm not actually gonna say if I'm living good, you better believe my husband will live good.
Mm-hmm.
let's before Pastor Sosa come in here, let's bring Liz in here. Liz, can you hear me?
Yes.
So Liz, what are some of the characteristics a man portrays that tells you he is ready to settle down? If you want to use your man as an example, go ahead. What are some of the characteristics? If you want to generalize, go ahead.
I will skip that for now.
You will skip what?
The question.
Basically, she pleaded the fifth.
So then,
Yes.
if you're skipping the question, which one you going to respond to? Because we want to go to Pastor Success.
Um, Before I can say something, because of me, I will use myself as you said. I should use my partner and I, right?
Yeah, if you want to.
You never know anybody is ready until that time comes.
Yeah.
Maybe the man is ready and I myself is not ready. You get it? It always have to be understanding with two people. For me, the time I will know my man is ready, I'm already seeing the steps. He's showing me everything. He's a family man. He loves me for who I am. He don't care what people say about me. The things that I do, that the things that I put on myself, that people like criticize me on, he don't care about what I do about myself. My man loves me for the things that I do, and he loves my children. He loves everything around me. So that's telling me that he's ready. And on another note, I'm seeing that he's ready, but I believe he's ready. He's telling me he's ready, but actions speak louder than words. Seeing it doesn't mean that he's ready. He has to do it, which is he has to come on his knees and say, "Would you marry me?" Then I can put all that together and say, yes, my man is married. That's why I said, Kim, I skipped that because I've been with my man for 9 years and he have not get on his knees and say, would you marry me? With everything I'm seeing, I'm not gonna say I'm seeing everything without all these years. We got 3 kids and he never come on his knees and say, will you marry me? So that's why I said, can we skip that? Because I cannot answer that. I'm seeing everything in him, but maybe I'm seeing that I'm not the one for him. He must love me for who I am. Maybe I'm not the one for him. Somebody out there for him. Until he can do that, then next time I can come back and say what I can say. Other than that, I
So
don't
nine,
have anything more.
so 9 years of relationship, you are happy. Why he's not asking you that question, or why he's not making that attempt?
No, she
I'm
don't want
not
to dive
interested.
into it personally. Let's not
Thank
bother with
you.
it. I
Yeah,
mean,
I'm not into his
yeah,
mind. I'm
she
not
said
into
it.
his
She don't want to
mind.
go into it. Let's leave it out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
There was a follow up, and
quickly,
she's right. She can
follow up
skip
before.
that. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I know it's a
that's his
follow up, but
question.
I'm only saying based on what she
No,
said,
but
she's not
I think when
comfortable.
one is not comfortable,
Yeah,
to
let's not
discuss
peek
their
into it.
personal issue, we
Here's a
shouldn't
quick
push it.
follow up though.
No, let him ask, Mister. I love you. Let him ask a
Here's a
question.
quick follow up. Here's a quick follow up to that question, right?
Uh-huh.
We live in a society now, especially in the U.S. or in the West, where women do propose to men. It's considered legal. It's socially acceptable here in this country, and you live in America because you said you live in Iowa, right?
Yes.
You take that chance to propose to him since it's been 9 years and he hasn't done so. Would you do that?
Uh,
If not, why?
I am from a home, not a house. I grew up in a
That's
home. I
not a
didn't grow
small
up in a
question,
house.
bro.
I grew up in a home, not a house. My mother never proposed to my mom. I'm an African. I have an African background. It doesn't mean because I'm in America or in a different land means I have to do the things that I was here. I wasn't born here. I was born in Liberia. I'm a typical Liberian. Okay, so I'm not gonna do it the other way around. Until then, when except he asks me, then I can come back to that. But I'm not gonna do it the other way around. Even when I can love him from the moon to the back, he can love me from the moon to the sun. I'm never gonna do it.
Thank you
She
very
got to
much.
fulfill. She got to fulfill what Scripture says.
Let's
Thank you
bring
very
He
much.
who finds,
Thank you, my
he who
sister.
finds.
thank you, Crew Queen. That was right. You know, you hit the nail on its head. And ladies and gentlemen, like I said from the beginning, this show is if you don't want to say anything, just skip it. Nobody gonna force you. If you want to keep yourself or generalize, that's fine. But I think me and Moses, we asked a very good follow up here, and she decided to proceed. That's good. So let's bring Pastor Sources in here. So Pastor Sources here, from a as a pastor from a biblical point of view here, what are some of the characteristics a man will portray, to a female, sending a signal that, oh, I'm ready to settle down.
So, like one of the show I was on this show the other time, and I said something. The very first thing we need to look for is from both angles, be it one of the woman, the man, or whoever. The first thing to start with is attraction. Men are attracted by what they see, or they are moved by what they see. Women are moved by what they hear.
And Pastor Sosa, please come on video, please, if you can.
Why are you forcing me to come up video, bro?
Because you the
What
pastor.
are you hiding?
Yeah.
What are you hiding? What's going on?
Don't be hiding.
Yeah, the Bible talk about darkness and light.
Yeah, you added to suspicious, man. I'm suspect of you now.
The Bible talk about darkness and light.
Yeah.
I'm suspect of you. What's going on? Yeah, chauffeur, man. Hey, chauffeur.
Yeah, sure, Pastor Sosa.
So, and let me say this. Biologically, all of you men here will agree. Every man
Don't
is
assume.
attracted to certain structure of a woman.
Thank you very much, man. About.
There are some men, no matter how beautiful you are, you still they want you.
Thank you very much.
Some women, you mean?
Let the pastor finish, guys.
Some men, no matter how beautiful you are, you still they want you. Some women, you can have all your money. When you don't meet that physical, I mean, it is genetic. When you don't meet that desire of the in terms of structure, you can maybe that point they would have maybe they want your money, they would just hang around there. But
Yeah,
they
better
will
than not
not
tell
love
me
you.
no because my peace on me. Quiet, Pastor.
Yeah, they will not love you. Now, that is a beginning point of it. That's the attraction point of it. When you now get attracted to each other and get into the marriage or into the relationship, rather, then you start looking for compatibility. Those compatibility are now me. I'm a biblical person. Let me go back to the biblical sector. The woman is a helpmeet. The man is the head of the home. Before God brought a woman to a man, the man had an assignment. What was the assignment? The Garden of Eden, take care of it, trim it, replenish it, subdue it, do they have dominion? And then it's not good for men to be alone, and he brought a woman. So, a man, when you get attracted to the woman get attracted to you, the next thing you start looking at is the compatibility. And when I say compatibility, what do I mean? Where is the man going? What assignment do the man have? is a man ambition? What does he want to achieve in life? Right? That should be the question of the woman. Forget about her gene classes, forget about her haircut, forget about the one will come in later, the money aspect, the one will come in later. But where is the man going? Because the prospect you want to see in a man is not the money, it's what that potential of him, where you want to go. He doesn't have a vision. Now, if you say yes, you see all these things, then the next question you be asking yourself as a woman, do I have the ability to help him reach where he wants to reach? Because you are a helpmate. You came on board to help him. It's a vice versa. As the woman is doing that, the man is also doing this thing. I want to be a medical doctor, or I'm a pastor. Can that woman be the woman that will support my dream in my absence? Can she manage my ministry? Can she manage my business? Can the woman have the potential? I'm that kind of person. Can she go with me? I'm a man. I eat too much. The woman will prepare for me. I debtor. She can take care of me. All these questions will come in. And then when these questions are answered by both parties, right? And then you go into marriage. Mind you guys are human beings, will stay happy in the marriage. But to break that marriage will be very hard because zero investigation. Everybody did their homework and they saw everything on the book. All right. So that's what marriage ought to be like. The reason why we are not experiencing this thing today is because, like what we said from the beginning, when you get the first thing you look at your security. I'm not saying it's wrong, but it should not be the first thing. You look at your security. Can the man have money? Can the man do this? Can the man do that? And you start going after the sexual aspect. He can satisfy me in bed. They are all fine. But they should not be the first factor because that man can find sex anywhere. That woman can find sex anywhere.
Okay. And then,
let me end on this. Let me end on this.
Go ahead.
When these things are done, then you see a healthy marriage. Now, there are signs that shows a healthy marriage. What are those signs? You see respect. You see commitment. You see communication. You see sincerity. All right. There are more signs of healthy marriage. But these are what signs of healthy relationship. Because everybody did that groundwork, everybody did that homework, and they saw the compatibility and they came together.
So
yeah, and a follow-up question from Moses and Mr. I love you to Pastor Success.
Yes, I will beg to leave, but I want to make this statement or these statements to Pastor Success, and I think I'm also from a religious background, but I think this is where religion and reality differ, and it has become a problem in our society, in our culture, in our timing, wherein spiritual people want to introduce or impose spirituality into reality, and that can be a serious conflict down the line. What I mean by that, when people start using words as compatibility, you are compatible, that in itself is troubling and it's problematic. Because when those people get divorced, are you saying that God made a mistake? Because if a pastor would use the word compatibility, then that means at no point in time should those two people ever, should any reason make them to divorce, because they are compatible. Because the issue about compatibility has to do with different aspects. So I believe some of the
Moses, let me ask you a quick question as you pretty much respond to the pastor. What is your definition of compatible?
Well, you see, compatibility in itself, if you look at it from a spiritual standpoint, when God spoke about compatibility in Genesis, the first thing God said, a man and a woman shall leave, the man will leave a man by home, the woman will leave a man by home. So that means, in other words, they not even know each other. So, but if you use the English word compatibility, what you are saying is they fit together. But there are two different people. God just said they're coming together, though. So you expect different things from different places, right? So the spiritual aspect of it, even when it comes to the issue of compatibility from a scientific standpoint, it also has to do with blood type. So that means, in other words, if your wife is O plus and you are A blood type, you guys are not compatible. So that means the issue of compatibility does not even exist scientifically. So what I'm saying in a nutshell is this word compatibility has been used in Christendom to create confusion and to put up people expectation as though, because they brainwash you in the church to say, oh, you guys are compatible. Well, you are compatible in a sense that man is violating your children, that man is abusing you, but because this word compatibility is there to some extent, and not in all churches, just so we're clear, not in all churches. And this word compatibility is being used to portray as though, this person meets all of your qualities or all of the criteria that you put down. We as humans, we are flaws. Now, I will have to agree with Pastor Success to some extent here that there are some places where people will have to compromise. Someone used that word, compromise. You see, in marriage therapy, in psychology, one of the key issues, one of the very, very key issues that we pay attention to in that field, because that's where we are from, is the issue of compromise. All relationships must have compromise. You must be able to compromise. Compromise is critically important. Compromise does not mean that you give up your right and other people step on you. But compromise is the simple thing that is said in the scripture: when two agree upon something, it will be established on earth, right? So these are compromises that people will have to make. Such as, let's say, for example, maybe Eleanor's husband will have to leave from Liberia. He will leave my father and come here to Eleanor. That's compromise. He's made a compromise. It will benefit Eleanor. It will benefit the children. Or one person relocating from one state to another, or somebody leaving a job to get insurance on another job that will benefit the children. These are compromises. In other words, they're sacrifices that people will have to make. So I just want us I just want to bring that point in, because I think this is where sometimes we dwell on one word, and so sometimes it seems as though we are imposing or infusing. Let's say, for example, somebody will say, well, the scripture says that whatsoever God has put together, let no man pull asunder. So that means people can get divorced. You understand? People say these things, right? Sometimes they use them, right? People will quote half of that scripture and say, God hates divorce. Well, that's true. It is said that, but what was before that, right? So I'm just saying this to say that, we got to look at this thing from all angles. And we also got to ensure that when people come into relationships or marriage, they're looking at compromise, they're looking at comfort. Comfort is very, very important. Very, very, very important. For example, and I'll close on this example. A couple came to the office to meet with me, and, the lady is from here, and the man is from, the Arab country. And so
when you say they came to the office to meet with you as a professional, and you are a psychiatrist by profession.
You don't have to go in detail that people family thing. He just try to give us a scenario. And let one us for that.
I'm just saying they came to you to meet.
He just want to know what he does. What he does.
The audience have to know. You said the couple came to you for advice or being used or psychologist.
They came from the name magazine.
Just say.
I just messing. What truly speaking, they came to the office for psychological therapy. They came to the office, right? So we said to have this conversation, and the woman was the very first person. She says to me, Steve, we've been married for 2 years, and we've been married for almost 2 years now, and at this point, I want to get a divorce, right? And one of our rules is we don't tell people don't get divorced. We don't tell people get divorced. That's not our rule. We don't do that. You can't do that, right? Because so then we want to explore why she want to get a divorce, right? She said, well, since I've been married to my husband, he has not been gotten involved with me, orally, and for some people it's a norm in the culture. But mind you, this guy is from the Middle East. These are not things that he's accustomed to.
So right? You're talking about oral sex, right?
Well, let's not go into detail and be,
But the reason I have to ask you this question is
talking to our audience.
Yes, you're talking
right. Sure, but also children are watching. We got a baby on here,
and you're a professional guy. You're a professional guy. So maybe
but the method he professional, so you try to keep it professional.
I said no. So I said.
The audience wants to know what he's really talking about.
So I said initially, this lady said she wanted to get a divorce because her husband has not been involved with her orally.
It could mean different thing based on the context.
Okay. Well,
again, me kissing that oral again, Chris.
You can say maybe they are not very orally communicating.
Right.
Today I know that it's your rule.
Maybe a roommate, I choose.
It's
Maybe
not
a roommate.
rude.
Yeah, I'm
But I
not
Rude.
mean, that'll be very
Only the
explicit. Like
20%
over
say
the
it's not
what?
rude.
Okay,
it's not
so
being rude.
let me get to it
Steve,
because
based on the way you presented
Okay,
it,
the man went to it now. Get a man
overly
chair.
say that the couple came to you because
hey, honey,
they're not overly communicating.
no.
That's why I did a follow-up. Are you talking about oral sex? Or you need to say yes.
Okay, yes.
Thank you.
Yes. CEO.
Yes. So what? What? Like.
Oh, and not leave me, man. Yes, we are like oh, but anyways, to the end of this, you know, so the lady is very she vehemently she doesn't want to compromise, right? She doesn't want to compromise. She feels that's a value. She feels that that's something she's entitled to, you know. But here is the issue, though. Here is the thing. One of the key things that they miss, and that's always been missing from the beginning. One of the very key things, and I think Honey Bobby said here earlier, was people don't communicate and have these conversations. Let me say this. In any relationship, whether it will lead to marriage or whatever it is, you must discuss your expectations so that both parties are aware. It's critically important. But we overlook these things. You know, we just want to go on date. Some people just want to go eat, they go for, then they turn around and go to smoke hookah or go to club, dance, and they go sleep, right? But we forget to discuss the essential things when we sit in these times, you know, and some of these things can be detrimental. So guess what? So then she had to sign a paper with the guy's agreement for him to be called into because he was not my direct patient. She was. So to consent, he had to sign a consent form. And we sat to have the conversation, right? This sounds funny, but it's critically important. And this man sits, and this woman tells him, I want to divorce you because you have refused to do oral issues with me. And so
refuse to eat gohe.
AJ.
Yeah.
They are all up and on this. It's not being like fair to the audience though.
Oh, nothing.
Oral issues and stuff. Like, what is that?
Yeah, leave that to
He
mama.
refused to eat gohe. He refused to eat gohe.
He has already established the basics of what he's talking about.
Yeah, you're the man.
So
When the man make you not dropping it, you're after the others.
No, grabbing it because when he came, he was better on me. So I want you to be like fair to everybody and say everything oral what is called oral issues.
I take it back, mama. I don't owe you again. I take it back. So
The mess around up.
long story short, the man looks at the lady and says to her, these are not cultural norms and practices for us. I'm very, very uncomfortable doing that. And then you know what the woman tells him? The woman said, but you are not uncomfortable receiving oral activities from me. Why? So from a reciprocal standpoint, she wanted a similar thing to be done with her. It became a friction. Now, here is what happened. Eventually, that led to them being divorced. I didn't sign off on it. I told them to go home and make the decision finally because at the end of the day, I'm not going to interfere, right? And so
that's where compromise come in.
Because the lady came back, you know, to in that process, the lady came back, right? I'm saying this to say that some of these little things that we overlook, such as people culture, the belief systems, the values, things that they're accustomed to or they grew up with, right? It's important to consider and compromise as to when this person will be comfortable enough to want to do this or to want to get involved with this. But automatically, some people assume in their head that this person will meet the requirement because all the men in the bed meeting, maybe they've done that to them. So you see that expectation from them is there. And when it's not met, then it creates friction in the relationship or whatever it is. So that's just what I wanted to bring up here, unless you have a question for me.
But before you go,
hold on, guys. Steve, you can't leave right now. What you just said, you cannot leave.
Okay,
Yeah.
no problem.
I even wanted to respond to Steve. Steve can't go. Steve will be
We
right here.
were hijacking.
Where Mr. I love you? Because Mr. I love you loves to run away.
Steve cannot run away right now. Steve don't want to open the cup and just run. Steve, you are authorized by the CEO to stay on.
Most definitely.
Even when it costs for me to pay you overtime, I will.
Yes, you. I'll stay for a few minutes.
Yeah,
you see,
we gave you.
As Steve was speaking, I was sitting and laughing because When I ended my deliberation, at a certain point he gave up with the word I use compatibility. But then he came back to validate me in terms of compatibility. Now, when we talk about compatibility, it doesn't mean that somebody should be over there and they kill it. Hey, I have officiated 13 weddings. And I always told them, the day me, your husband will say, you can't hear, my henna is you'll be wrong. You be a woman, your kind will tell the parent that my henna in the marriage going forward. Because you're not supposed to do that. People think the sexual or I call it or marital unfaithfulness is the act of having an affair. Also, I know the fact if you put him on your wife, that marital unfaithfulness because you stood on an altar and say to protect and all those stuff, all the things were in the file. Now, when I say compatibility, right, I'm not talking about one party being A to them, people tell you quote unquote you're compatible, so you're dead either. Then what brings the compatibility? There's no compatibility. The fact you can raise a hand against a woman, then you're not compatible. Because compatibility, the two of us we have similar things, we can share it together, and we are safe to move together. Now, what Amos chapter 3, verse 3 clearly, or you say, how can two walk together except they agree? Now, yeah, the case with Jethro, because they didn't do a good study to know whether sexually they are compatible. They went into it. See, no one needed a man from the Middle East. He has said to no one knew that something, the guy he brought away who you don't go to honeycomb. Eh? Because they didn't study each other. Look, brother, I always told my people who come to me for counseling or officiating that wedding, I always say this to them. And you guys show the two of you. It's not my decision. That's the other pastor to do because they made the church hold a position or forcing to get my no class. I don't subscribe to the ideology. Marriage is two-person decision. And you guys show, yes. You're sure, yeah. Okay, I get your that I don't counsel people for 1 month. No. If I'm presiding over your and I'm to counsel, brother, you're going, when you come to me, I'll give you 1 more, you'll go by again, go think.
Okay.
And come back and tell me what I can do.
Pastor Success.
Let's bring
Pastor Success. I don't want to ask Pastor Success something quick.
Mr. Mr. I love you. I know you want to ask Pastor something, but
no, just in regards to what he just said.
Okay, go ahead. Because we want to bring in the ladies because Steve Lee,
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Pastor Success, there's a lot of the counseling that goes on within the Liberian community. One of the key factor or problem that is arising from marital counseling among Liberian pastors, a lot of the Liberian pastors are so shy away to talk to couples about sex. They try to brush it off. I'm coming. I'm coming.
I agree with you.
They try to brush it off and make it appear like they ain't talking to two adults. You get what I'm saying? The same frustration I have with hotels today. The hotels today has advanced in a lot of ways. When you enter some hotel room, they got a reading lamp right over the bed, right? Because they assume people will be in there reading. They assume business people will go in there. They have the business office chair. But the hotels have decided to play off and either they say people don't have sex in there to create other things there that will make sex easy. That won't by the play off. So my point here is, do you try to focus on those aspects when you engage in counseling with people, or you also play off like the ordinary Liberian pastor as well?
If I'm counseling you for a little or month, I think they got weak in discuss sex. Sex is not just a natural enjoyment; it's a therapy in the marriage. It's a therapy in the marriage. You can have all the confusion in the world. People can kind of sit on your case. The best resolution ground is that marital bed. Since if you see couple in confusion, they start depriving each other of sex, they head into a chaos. Sex it remedy a lot of issue. It take away a lot of problem. Oh, that why you are doing it for okay, sorry, baby. It gone. Right? So sex is very vital in a marriage. That's what men, women can do when they angry, then they say they deprive the man. Hey, I tell my people, if you do that, I'm not supporting it. I'm not telling him he should go out, but if that man cannot control his emotion, he goes out there, and while you deprive him, he see it, then he bring complaint to me, I will tell you wrong. So yes, I pay attention to sex, discuss it in detail, and tell two of you that sex was meant for enjoyment. The best way you can have it to enjoy it, you're doing.
Thank you. Let's move forward here. Let's move to Crew Queen here because we want to see if Crew Queen, do you have any a follow up here to buttress what Steve said about the lady divorcing her husband because her husband have a culture he cannot orally go on her? And do you have any follow up on that? Anything to say about that?
Can you ask Lofty and the other girl, then I will come in later.
All right. Let go, Carter. Miss Carter, what say
When
you?
So for Steve,
Yeah.
Steve, I will tell you that I don't know, like all what you said, even the scenario you gave, right? Even because for me too, I was going to school to become a psychologist. I'll be graduating this summer. But compatibility play a higher role. And you don't have to have the same quality. There are some quality. A person can be very ambitious, but when they have a patient woman, it can help them to do something. That's why in the Bible, everybody have that role. If the woman follow her role, God give, and the man follow her role, they work together. Because God know why. A man need respect, a woman need love. If a woman can respect a man and a man can love a woman, they are compatible. And if you are not, if it's the compatibility, don't play like you give a scenario of the couples that came to you. If they were compatible, have you seen like if she were going to meet a man that he don't have to love what she loves, but he have to have some quality, like he got to be compatible with her in certain ways. You said that he said he couldn't do this because they were not compatible, which means that's his culture, that's what he is, he will not do it. But if he compatible with her, he will compromise. You got to be compatible before you compromise. Not everything compromise with. Some people don't want to go Africa, but because you're compatible, the person say, oh, I want to travel, I want to see new places. Yeah, okay, I will just go Africa because I have to compromise with you. But if I don't want to see Africa at all, me and you not compatible because I want to go Africa. That's my country. So you have to have, and compatibility don't mean that you have to be equal. Even though God say you come from different household, you're something, but it don't mean you have to be equal. But you got to get something you guys can work alone with. You can look at it. It's almost like a map. You guys know the street very, very well. So if someone like you say, let's go do BM job, definitely you'll compromise to do it because you're compatible. You've been there, you've done that, you know what you're doing. But if I'm a Christian girl, I don't do that at all, and that's it, and that's it. We're not compatible. I will be reading my Bible, you be going the street, and we will always have marital problem. Because guess what? One person will always be on the street, one person will always be in the church. No matter what I will compromise, it will not work.
So Rachel, let me be clear on this, right? I think one of the mistakes we've made, all of us, some of us, especially when we're much younger too, is we've always looked for compatibility in a relationship. It doesn't exist, mama. Let's define the word compatibility, what it really means. If we define what compatibility means, we can keep it in context, right?
Let me read a definition, then you.
Yeah,
find
what?
it.
Well,
Yeah.
when you guys reading definition, there's different definition when it comes to relationship. There's different definition when it comes to
We'll come to
job.
that first. No. We'll come
Okay.
to that. But let's know what generally compatibility or compatible is first.
Okay.
Then bring relationship into it.
Okay.
So
The
let me
fact
read
the
Steve.
fact of being able to exist, live, or work successfully with something or someone else.
Okay.
All right, and then
Yeah, that
what I have here is of two things able to exist or occur together without conflict.
together. That's the word. Together.
Wait,
And
now,
marriage is together.
let's break it down now.
Go ahead, Steve.
The, my man, that the bride of you. Take it easy on
You see, it's the definition is very good.
Yeah.
The definition is very good, right? Together with our what? Together with our, we can't just pick one word.
Conflict.
Conflict.
With
But
that right?
remember, we are imperfect,
No,
so
we're
we're
not.
always gonna have conflict.
We're not. And we're getting there compatibility without what?
Conflict.
Is it possible for you to live with another person without conflict?
No.
It is not possible. And that's why I said to you, what we've looked for is compatibility. You cannot, let me say it again, look for compatibility in a relationship. You cannot. You can look for compromise. You can look for similarities, but you can look for compatibility. Now, what you are
Well,
saying,
if you're looking for similarities, you are looking for compatibility
no,
too.
that's not what you are doing.
Yes,
No,
yes.
no,
When
that's not
something
what you are doing.
similar is what?
No, that does not mean it's compatible.
When something similar, we
No,
It
have
is.
to.
No,
it does not mean compatible. You know why?
now,
You know
now,
how I know
now,
that, you know how I know that it's not compatible? Even
there's
twins,
it. Yeah,
even
but there's
twins,
it.
even
There's it.
twins, the fingerprints are not the same.
When you say, because you say word conflict, then we have to define conflict.
That's different
We
conflict.
always have conflict, of course.
Then we
We
have to define
imperfect.
conflict,
Okay.
right?
Different conflict.
Now, now, the coordinative and the denominative meaning of the word compatibility has to be discussed. All right. So the compatibility of a soccer team cannot be the compatibility of a marriage. All
First of all,
right.
soccer teams are
I'm,
not compatible.
I'm coming. I'm coming. I mean, when I say team, I mean players now. Right. That's why you find coaches will say, no, this man cannot play number 4 with this man because they are way of playing. No, they don't agree. If this man playing, this man have to be on the bench. So what I'm going to say, in a relationship, compatibility in a relationship is when I, as a man, I am wasteful, my wife or my girlfriend or whoever should be economical, should be
No, they're not
somebody who
compatibility.
marriage.
They're not
That's
compatibility.
what compatibility
You know
is
what
in
It
marriage.
is.
is, Pastor? You know what that is, man of God? You know
Why
what
is
that
it?
is?
Why that?
That is compensation, or what you call in the Bible as what you call is help meet. It's different from compatibility.
Brother,
Because,
I'm discussing. I'm
man
the
of God. Man of God, there is nowhere in the scripture. You please listen to this. I want to challenge any pastor, any man of God, where God talks about compatibility. The first time marriage will ever mention it talk about help meet. So where someone is lacking, you
Well,
meet being there to help. It's
when God
important.
when God created Adam and Eve, right?
Mhm.
Okay. He already know what Adam will be compatible with. So
Yes.
when he met Eve, you saw the poem
no, no, but
he said to Eve. Eve was the right person for him. He was
let
blown
me
mind.
help
He's
you,
like, oh
Mama.
my God, this is what
Let
I
me help you.
wanted.
Let me help you. Say you want to bring theology or you want to bring scripture. Let me go a little bit deeper.
Please go.
God did not just make Eve. He didn't just make Eve.
No.
Most definitely.
The Bible says after he had created everything, he brought it to Adam to name them. Adam named the goat, he named the sheep, he named this, he named that. But when it came to him, he was alone. He never had a pet. And God said, it is not good for a man to be alone. Therefore, he put Adam to sleep and made Eve. Now, when you do theology in the Greek and in the Hebrew word, the word Eve means to parade. Go and do your research on it. The word Eve means to parade. So God did not bring Eve just to Adam and say, yeah, woman, no.
Yes.
When you hear that word Eve in the Bible, he paraded with her, passed in front of her. I mean, with him, with Eve. He saw Eve and saw and God and tried to say, this is like me. She is bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh, right? And she shall be called woman. So
Pastor, I'm not cutting off, but the way he said it is like, this is me. This is what I'm
Right.
that's it.
compatible
This is
with.
just me.
See
That's
Hey,
that?
just me,
hey, I feel
right?
sorry for you. Let me
So,
tell you why I feel sorry for you.
and I agree with you. I
Let me tell
agree
you why
with
I feel
you
sorry for you.
because
Let me tell you why I feel
no, I
sorry
come
for
in
you.
now. I
Let me
agree
tell
with
you
you
why I feel sorry
because
for you.
even in Bible schools, we have some instructors who have the kind of philosophy and the ideology that you bring on board. And they are always debate. But God did not use the word compatibility. Then the question I will ask also, where in the scripture did God use the word for poorer, for richer, in good health, in bad time, until death do apart. Where in the scripture?
And Pastor, and Pastor Success. Let me say
Yeah.
this. Let me say this again. If they taught me in Africa that 1 plus 1 are 2, and from the time I was small, they been teaching me 1 plus 1 are 2, 1 plus 1 are 2, 1 plus 1 are 2. When I come to America, and the truth of the matter is 1 plus 1 are 3. Because they drilled that in my head in Africa all the time I was small. From a psychological point, I accept it as a norm. But it does not mean that that's reality. So let's go back to your notion of this whole Adam and Eve are compatible. Let me say this. First of all, the word compatibility has nothing to do with relationship. Don't look for compatibility in relationship. You'll be wasting your time. Because, let me tell you this today. Let me say this today. In fact, you need difference in relationship. You do. You need difference in marriage. You do. Because you know why? Your importance is determined by your difference, not your similarity. And until we can come to understand that concept, let's take for example, you are compatible to your children there because you don't want born them. But when some of your children go for blood tests, the blood can be A, but your own are O. So how come the own are A and your own are O? Say you're not compatible. Now,
Because of genetic. Two blood get together, create another blood.
The reason I'm saying this is this. Now we have to come to terms with this compatibility issue. You can agree on issue. It does not mean you are compatible. You can agree to work on something together. It does not mean that you are compatible. You can also see an attribute in somebody that you like and you are attracted to, and you have that same attribute. It does not mean that you are compatible. For example, you meet a man who is responsible, that does not play gamble. He can pay the rent on time, and you guys agree upon that. That does not mean that you are compatible. You love him because he is responsible and intelligent, and you carry yourself as an intelligent and responsible woman. You have something in common that you agree on. You are not compatible, mama.
The way
No,
you
you using the compatible. You using the compatible word holistic about the entire marriage. No, AJ, 1 second.
Let me make that
No, Steve, I want to make correction.
Yeah.
I want to make a correction. You using the compatibility word holistically for marriage. When I spoke, I will be very specific in the word compatibility. Why? I will be very specific. And like I told you, right? You keep invalidating it. Why should a woman from America be asking an Arab man for oral sex? Why?
No, you say that
because sexually they're not compatible.
Okay. Pastor Success, Steve, good argument, but we have to move on. The reason we have to move on is the compatibility issue here. We can summarize it for another discussion. It.
Sure.
But let's because it's ladies' night and
yeah, let's have the
ladies bowl. Let's move on. Yeah. But it's a good debate. You know, I have some points to put in my input, but I'm not going to do that. We're going to move on. So, Eleanor, before we move to the next topic here, we just want to hear from Eleanor here and Cool Queen because they haven't spoken on what Steve said. It's just a follow up here, Eleanor. A woman from the U.S., you know, have her issue because her spouse cannot perform oral sex on her, at least to a divorce. What say you?
Like I like to put myself I use myself as an example. So
okay, let's
when I was coming,
I can't wait to you.
Yeah, so growing up, no, I'm coming to the bar, but like to be honest, AJ, me too.
Hold on. One thing about me and Eddie, we're the two people that always use ourselves as an example because we're not a friend.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Say the trophy.
Go ahead, Eddie.
So AJ, when I was growing up, I said to myself that I would never ever give over sex. That was me. If you ask me what I did that before, they will tell you I never. Even my friend, I have friends who my ex will call and be like, "Oh, she refused it," and I used to say, I would say, if I ever do it, let me die. But AJ, look at me now, I'm doing it. You see?
Wow, wow, wow.
Who are you
You are
kidding?
doing
I'm
it.
just saying it. Like, but it's
You are
reality. It's
doing it.
real. Like, I used to be like, oh my God, I would never do it. That's too nasty. If I ever do it, I'm gonna die. You know, that stuff like that. But now look at me. I do it voluntarily. But I am, but
For
it's
your main Liberia?
That your business?
that's my husband.
What is
Yes,
that your
my
business?
husband. So
You are doing it
I'm
now.
just saying you can adjust yourself for the person you love.
Is it both ways?
AJ.
AJ, now what we discussing here? Now
No.
what we discussing?
Let me
Let's
Okay, let me
It's, it's not called both ways. It's called 69. Sorry.
so, but
yeah, you see? Richard knows it. So what I'm saying here is that if you love someone, you will
Rita planning for honeymoon too. Here you go.
if you love someone, you will cut them a slack. So even if he's from another country and the other person from another country, you will have to compromise, meet her halfway, and at least satisfy her. It's not, I mean, it's not worth getting divorced for. So yeah, like I said, you see what I said? I said I want to go do certain things. I'm doing it now because I want to be there, and I'm compromising. I'm meeting my partner halfway, so I don't get a divorce again. So you see, maybe that's my things that I got divorced for.
So Eleanor,
Let's hear
Eleanor,
from Queen, then we move.
Eleanor, quickly before
Yes.
Cool Queen. Eleanor, what Eleanor did, we term that as comfort and compromise. It must
Say
be
that again.
done.
Yeah, say that again. Steve.
So what Eleanor did,
Yeah.
in every relationship is called comfort and compromise. However, the part of the comfort comes with time. It cannot be pushed, it cannot be forced, and it cannot be pressure upon. The mistake that was made in this relationship that I gave the stuff here was the woman imposed that it must be done. Here's the thing: the man was not comfortable doing it, so he couldn't even compromise. So it comes to comfort, like Eleanor said earlier. She does it voluntarily. So that means she is comfortable because you see,
Without being asked to.
when you get to the point where you are comfortable, people don't ask you to do certain things. You do it voluntarily and willingly. That's just the point I wanted to add. But let me hear from the other sister.
Thank you. Let's hear from Cool Queen. Cool Queen fired up. But you said that your two friends should go first. One thing about Cool Queen, she always left people listening and fire in. So after Cool Queen speak on this topic, I will let Miss I Love You speak on it. Then I'll climax it. Then we'll move to the next topic. But we have another discussion here. So Cool Queen,
I'm
what
gonna
say you?
give myself as an example as well.
Thank you very much.
Throughout my relationships that I've been through, I never did oral sex until I met the person that I'm with now, my boyfriend. Until I met him, because
But
it's
AJ, what you coming
something.
for?
No, I just
Huh?
AJ coming, what you coming for?
Because the woman
Because
had a change in mind.
it's something that I have to like meet him halfway.
Right.
And meeting him halfway, sometimes sometimes you find yourself in a situation of things that you don't want to do, and you feel like, oh, I can never do this. But when you meet somebody that you feel like, okay, this person like this thing and this, and I like this thing, because as I said when I was talking first, I love tattoos. My man don't like tattoos, but he loves me for who I am, and he decided to work with me. So when he don't like tattoos and he decides to work with me, well, I can work with him in the other way that he likes. So things that he likes, both of us have to work together. So I
You see?
never done it with the first man that I ever met and do it with. So we have to complement both of us of things that I like and things that he likes for both of us to put together and stay together. That's why
You see?
communication, we have to complement with each other. So yes.
let's
Now she gave blowjobs and stuff.
thank you.
I'm
No,
a pro now. I'm a pro.
I won't go and achieve. I beg you, but
No,
let me say this.
Steve, hold on. There's a very important statement from one of the audience. I want you, Mr. I Love You, and Pastor Sose to opine on it. So I'm going to read it. So this from Emmanuel Jersey. Barbaric lifestyle, cannibalism in relationship is sickening. Can any of you guys respond to this statement?
So let me say this.
Yeah.
Let me say this. That particular statement is in reference to lots of different things, right?
Yes.
And so it's not just restricted to one thing, barbaric lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
Cannibalism.
No, but this person is referencing this statement based onto the oral sex.
Yeah, and that's why I wanted to get. That's why I wanted to get, right?
Yes.
Let me say this. You see, even who you pick as a woman to be your child's father, if you pay attention for true, I use the word who you pick. because pregnancy is an airborne disease and an coincidence. You don't look in the sky and get pregnant.
Is that what?
Pregnancy is an airborne disease. You don't look in the sky and get pregnant. So that means you as a woman, you must be selective in who you choose to have a child by. It speaks a lot of volume about the choices you make, even from a cultural standpoint. Now, this issue of barbarism or cannibalism lifestyle that Brother Emmanuel is speaking about also has a cultural context to it. You meet people from different culture who are exposed to different sexual lifestyle. They introduce you to it. Sometimes you get addicted to it. You meet people from a different lifestyle, from a different culture, and you want them to automatically adjust and adapt to that lifestyle. It becomes a serious problem in your relationship because maybe the man that you met, that you used to be with before, he was from this side. The one that you met, the African man, he not used to all that thing, and you start telling him he should do all that thing. He say you can't do it, it becomes a problem in the house. So again, these are choices that we have the ability to make. But the most important thing is we must be able to communicate clearly our expectations. That thing what you can just go on that thing where you call date, and you go there to just eat plenty so your girl can get full. Forget about it. Or to drink free liquor, forget that thing. When you go on there, be serious and make your case there. Because that the opportunity you have to make case. Stop being carried away by wearing all the false hair and makeup there and trying to impress that man, and you eat plenty of your golf for and you drink free liquor. Stop. It goes a long way. It will bite you later on. You need to be alert and oriented and know who you are going on date with. But sometimes we don't do that. We want to go to the date only to impress the man because we think the man hot, or the man got a nice car, or the man that we intimidated by the person, so we just go by the flow. We forget about ourselves and we forget to make our case at that moment. That's what we can say, like, bro, when the iron hot, by the time you can beat it for it to straighten. But some of you sisters, unfortunately, you don't use that opportunity. What you use the opportunity for is to show off your Brazilian wigs, is to show off your false makeup and eyelashes, and you want to impress the man. You are wasting your time, my sister. Be open to communicate and very clearly let that person know. Tell them, say, my brother, I'm not letting 1 year yet. That they won't work and work with. For me, I get 3 children. For me, I get 5 children. Start hiding your children. Start killing your children. Don't what they call anything on the table. Talk it. If you get 5, you get 5. That means you were busy at a certain time in your life. Because pregnancy is an airborne disease again. You got to be working to get children.
Thank you, Steve. Steve,
Yeah,
thank you for your time. We appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Mr. I love you. And by the way, guys, Steve is a psychiatrist, so he speaks based on on his experience. All right. So one of the reasons this show is so important is we don't want to have just common people on the show. We have professionals. Steve, Mr. I love you, Mr. I love you is a nurse. We have Pastor Success, he's an engineer. He's a very professional man. We have these professional ladies. So this show is very unique. Very unique. At the end of the day, yes, some of these topics is very intense. It's uncomfortable, but we have to discuss it because we learn. We don't come here to just, talk about stuff, but at the end of the day, we, are impacting knowledge into others. So before we go to the next topic, I want to ask everybody here, Pastor Steve, are you still with us? Pastor Steve, Pastor Success, are you still with us? I'm not hearing Pastor Success.
That's right here.
Okay, so this question here, this viewer here is comparing oral sex with cannibalism. Miss, I love you. What say you?
Before I can comment on it, I want to clarify something. Our sisters who choose not to engage in oral sex, I respect them for that. That is their right, is their privilege. But one of the things I don't like to hear a lot of our Liberian sisters saying, already a lot of them don't practice oral sex. But they always have this habit of the day I test you, you will not believe it. You don't do this thing on a normal. And some of the experience we got outside is nothing close. So something you don't do normally, don't create an impression that the day I decide to do this, you will not believe it. You haven't been practicing. You get what I'm saying? We in an exposed world, we interact with different type of women from different world that have extreme experience and know what they're doing. And so, the day that some of them
Mr. I love you. We have to
no, oh, Teddy, I won't clear my own point and get to your question.
go ahead.
Yeah. So the day they decide that they want to adventure in these things, they should come in as a freshman. They shouldn't come in and be acting like, there's some senior in a final year and they got, 10,000 years of experience. Now, so the main question on the screen, if we want to be technical about things and activities and other things that we do in this world, almost everything that we do will be condemned by other people based on their belief. And this identical statement here is in relation, it's relating to a particular set of belief that certain group of people believe in. So again, if you don't find yourself underneath that canopy, you really don't yield to that.
Thank you.
You get what I'm saying? So that's my take on it.
Pastor Success, cannibalism
Yeah.
relationship is sickening. This person is comparing it to oral sex. What say you?
Say that again.
Cannibalism. I know you know the meaning of this word, right? And I think this
You
person,
comparing oral sex or somebody eating human being?
yes, yeah, because Mr. I love you just say it all, and I will do a follow up on this. So I'll respond to this statement.
Oral sex is not what he take it to be. Again, from Genesis to Revelation, the scripture is silent on oral sex, and this has been discussed in Christendom from decades. So, other pastors from their research and other theologians and Bible scholars say God made sex for enjoyment and reproduction. So, if two couples agree the way they can enjoy it, they should do it. That's some pastor philosophy. Some pastors say, "Hey, no, oral sex is completely wrong." So it has been a debate in the Christendom. All right. Now, for me, from my research, from my belief, from my statistics, I think sex is strictly two person stuff, and I think they leave it with them and let them do it the way
The,
they enjoy it because sex was meant for enjoyment.
the
That's
pastor,
my
the,
that's my response.
the pastor don't want to go in depth, but anyway, we're gonna move on here. And to Emmanuel Jersey, I mean that's a very strong statement, but I don't want to engage that. I will keep this topic for another time. Yeah. Because I don't want to prolong because we are already dark 26 minutes into our next topic. So, but that's a good statement here. A strong statement here. It is debatable. So, but let's go to let's see. I want to read. Honey Bobby been very interactive here. We're all here. Sometimes we have to read from our viewer comment. Honey Bobby say, and good to state your expectation. It is good to state your expectation at the very beginning of the relationship. She's absolutely right. All right. If I'm, getting into a relationship with a person, basically, even if we have first on the first night without even communicating, and I want to dive into a relationship. I want to make this person my girlfriend. Trust me, when we go on dates, that's when the communication we have to open to each other. All right, because if we open to each other, we'll get to know each other. Then we'll get to know our boundaries. All right, and certain things you violate your boundaries, or certain things you do, by violating your boundary. If you are comfortable. Or maybe you fall in love with a person and say, "Yeah, I couldn't do this." Like what Eddie not say, "Okay, I have not gave oral sex," and Kukri said they haven't done it in a past relationship, but they started doing it in the new relationship. You know what? Maybe they're comfortable based on the longevity they stay with that person, based on how that person, reciprocates to them. Me too. But for me, in my relationship, I have to engage you. I have to communicate. This is what I like. I have a long about 50% sex list. I have to communicate that with you. So because I'm going into a relationship, I want to know if you're comfortable. If you're comfortable having sex 2-3 times a day, because I'm a nymphomaniac, I will tell you. You know what I mean? I will ask you, do you like oral sex? We part of oral sex. Because oral sex comes in a different ways. You can ask your partner, have you experienced oral sex? No. And when they say no, Do you wish to experience it? Maybe they might say no, but guess what? When they become comfortable, unknown to you, they will perform it. So when it comes to oral sex, then it's something that you don't force your partner until your partner is comfortable, because sometimes it happens voluntarily. But it is good to discuss a lot of things in the relationship. If you're just having one night stand, you don't need to talk about your whole history or ask that person. That one night stand, sometimes one night stand happen, you're both drunk, you're feeling each other, bam, you'll do your thing, you'll go your separate way. No holla holla. You know what I mean? So with that said, that
Don't do one next thing. Don't do one next thing.
well, I did a lot of one night stand in my life. I'm not
You're
gonna lie.
wrong.
I know it's wrong, but it was when I was single.
Why
Uh,
you know it when you did it?
but my man, I was single. Didn't you hear what I just said? When I was single, I did a lot of one night stands. It's okay. So let's move on, guys. Very nice discussion. The first topic we still a lot of time on it, but let's move on to the second one here. And the second one we're gonna take like maybe 40 minutes to finish it up.
Pastor,
So we
Pastor, for the record,
yeah, go ahead, because I love you.
JD is not a solid Christian. Yeah, so
So you
Let-
can blow me at time.
No, let's move
yeah.
on. I'm not love you. I always admit, to what I did in the
Okay,
past.
man. Introduce the second topic that year.
The second topic is we're going to start here with Crew Queen. Crew Queen, is it okay to keep a friendship with your ex while both of you are dating others? Is it okay now you're in a steady relationship? Is it okay to still be friendly with your ex, and and your ex also is currently in a relationship? But is it okay for both of you to still maintain a close communication and relationship while you're both dating others?
To be honest, no.
Why no?
Why no?
Yeah.
My ex is my ex. You in my past for a reason, and you will stay in my past. I'm not bringing you in my present. If you wanted to stay in my present, you were going to stay by me, or I was going to stay by you. But so long you in my past, you will stay in my past.
Damn it.
Now, the only ex I'm going to bring in my present that will be around me is my baby daddy. When you're not my baby daddy, his story is his story. There is nothing got to do with me and you friend or my partner and his ex friend. It's over. It's over. I don't want to see any of that. So it's no.
Carter, will you still maintain a relationship with your ex while you are currently married or about to get married, and your ex still in a relationship, but you decide to still be cool? Would you do that?
No, that's uncomfortable.
Why not?
Um, okay, so actually my last ex, it was a lot of emotions before we break up, and he's still in love with me.
Hmm.
We cannot be friends
I hope,
because
I hope your husband watching this segment.
no, he knows that. He do. He's here, he knows that. And it's kind of hard because um I can't keep any friendship with him because he would just start saying sorry and all kinds of things. And sometimes it just feel pity for him because I know him a lot, but he cannot be my friend, even though he create all the pages and go to all my friends, but he cannot be my friend. I
What do
can't
you
do that.
what do you mean? Even though he created all the pages, can you extend
'Cause
it?
he okay, what I mean is he will create so many pages to just come back
Fake
to say
pages just
sorry.
to be in communication.
You mean
Just to say sorry.
okay?
Like let's be friends. Please, I
When you
don't want
too
you
detailed
anymore.
for me, AJ.
It's a form
No,
like
it's good because people in the comment section too might be confused like what she mean by that.
I don't know what she.
Cherry.
No, that ladies' night. I just want to say something. On ladies' night, sometimes we use jargon, but sometimes we are blunt. Because ladies' night. You know what I mean? We want to put this out. It's relationship with discussion. Let's move on to Eleanor. Eleanor, are you close to
Yes.
exes?
Listen.
Are you close to any of your one night stands in the past? Exes?
I never have a one night stand before. It was
Yeah,
all relationship.
but
But like I said,
hey, you yeah, eh?
I never
No,
had a one night stand. I
one
had
that stands sweet.
relationships.
One that stands sweet. You start lying here. All of you lying.
No, I
What?
never had
It's
one. And
that
two,
boy, oh yeah,
I
we
get
have
I
one
have
that
it in the
stands.
room with what's
Okay.
his name?
Hold
His
up.
lip wasn't
Let's
out
say-
there,
go ahead.
so and he's on the
My
toilet
head
right
up,
now.
two head up.
Ah.
Um,
So
is your mic? Yeah, I got him on the spot right now.
I don't know. Are you Are you
Yeah,
close?
I'm talking like I said. I mean, Liz said that even if you're the only ex you will bring around if you had kids. For me, it depends on the gratitude of the breakup.
Hmm.
If we break up in a way which you are very disrespectful to me, even if we have 1,000 children, you're not coming around me, you're not talking to me, you're not speaking to me.
But then how you will communicate with the kid?
Good question. So it comes back to me again. So my ex
You will
now,
see
my
that you let
ex-husband, when
power.
we broke up, the phone I had, it was in his name because he bought the phone for me. So when we broke up, he went and called the phone company and blocked the phone, like blocked the phone where I can use it on any, you know. And I told him as long as that phone is black, he will never in his life talk to any of the kids on my phone. And he thought I was joking. He took me to court. When we got to court, he told the judge that I keep calling this woman and she kept taking my call and tell the judge. I was like, if that man really care about his kids, who had left the phone with me, I said he gonna pay my phone bill. But just leave the phone with me so I can just get another chip and put it there. But for the fact that he decided to block the phone, he will not talk to the children and ever, and the judge agreed with me. I was like, oh yeah, I didn't know that's the fact. And then you know what he did? He got his daughter's iPad that uses internet. And guess what? I don't condemn my internet that I pay for on his kids' iPad for him to talk to the children. And no. And then went to court again. He told the judge, I bought an iPad for my children. And if I call it, does it ring? I told the judge, I said, look, I'm the only
Pastor Success, you
person
gotta pray
financially.
for.
Oh, yeah. I'm the only person financially responsible for the children right now. So when I pay my bills, I would think about getting the internet done. Because if I don't have enough money, I will not do it. Just say, oh my God, yes, I didn't know you have a point there. So Sam, if you want your children to be in communication with you, put them on your line. He was like, oh, my daughter is only 7, the other one is only 3. The judge said, I have a granddaughter that's 5. She has a phone.
Wow.
You see?
So the judge
So like I said, yes. For the past 5 years, since we have been broken up, he have never spoken to his kids on my phone. And I mean it in every way possible. He don't talk to his kids on my phone. He don't talk to the children on their iPad because that's my money and I pay for my internet bill.
So,
Yes.
I don't know. Before I let my pals come in here,
Yes.
I know it's your ex, right? You
Yeah.
married now, but because of the kids, you know, you have kids together. Don't you think that you want to still make the relationship just co-parenting? Because let me tell you about me. I have 8 biological kids, right? 5.
You got bunch of kids, AJ. You got bunch of kids. Let me get that right.
I thought it was 13. I thought it was 13.
No, you're winning.
I thought it was 14. Because I thought he was not on child support because I have 14
AJ
kids.
today I tell.
AJ.
No way. I'm not afraid to tell you that biologically I got 8, but if you put all my kids, step here, everybody, you know, at 12. Okay. So, but I
No,
have
but wait, are you watching it after AJ?
no, but
Kaneka brother, you need a
Listen,
yeah, but listen.
Pastor Success, any man say we can ask details so that now people want ask detail. Then
Hey,
you won't rush
watching
with it. People asking detail now.
but listen, do I keep my exes around? I would say for co-parenting if we have kids together. Do I keep my one F friends around to be cool? I take them as an associate because you know why? I don't know where I will meet them in the future on business level. Do I keep my exes around that we don't have kids? If the dating order, I'm dating order, I will consider them as associates. We might not call each other and be like, oh, how you doing? What you doing next week? No. When we see to the club, when we see to an event, we see to activity, do I speak to them? Yes. Because why? They are not an enemy, they are ex. So they are ex, I put them in a category we call associates because I respect them. Guess what? Some people reconnect with their exes. Let's take, for example, Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. They were exes, they broke up, they both started dating, they reconnected. Sometimes when you date someone in the first time, you guys don't get along based on whatever reason you're parted, all right? But maybe you could meet each other again in the future. So my exes are not my enemies. My non-friends are not my enemy. My booty calls are not my enemy. I keep them around just in case things changes.
What happened? Wait, do you think that, you know?
Wait, what a booty call.
He said he keep them around just in case. Oh my God, AJ.
In case
In case of what? In case of what?
In case you get honey.
No, that's dressing can still change based on if that person I might, get into a business, or that maybe that person might need some help that will impact their life. I'm around to help. You know what I mean? People keep people around based on you want to establish a relationship that will last forever. You don't want to establish a relationship because of maybe the person break up on a harsh a sentiment. I'm going to not talk to that person. My ex is my ex. Yes, your ex is your ex. But guess what? I can breathe for my wife and call my baby mom and we had a long conversation. Guess what? Everything is around the kids.
This is why I said it depends the extent of the breakup. The
No, but
extent.
but
Look, AJ,
but
AJ,
but
AJ.
AJ, let me kind before the men of God can come here, right?
Yes.
Truth be told, you like it or not, almost 70 to 80% of women, every time they break up with their exes, they get so much in their feelings,
I
and
know.
they never want to see the ground the exes walk on because their number one problem here is a lot of them assume every relationship they get into should end up with marriage. And two things: if they are not the ones that is breaking up those relationships, they don't want to be cool with the exes, especially if the guy is the one calling the shot and saying, "Look, I don't think this is working. We should." It pisses them off. They always think men have wasted their time and you've done this to them and you owe them. That sense of entitlement, that bitterness
If the
keep
man,
eat
if the
them.
man
I'm coming though.
extol you
I'm
of everything you
coming.
have and left you homeless, you will be in the position that we in today. Like I said, AJ, I cannot be in in a friendship with an
AJ, can you
ex
please protect
that
me to make
doesn't
my point?
acknowledge his wrongdoing. I
No,
would
AJ, please
let
not
me make
be.
a
protect
point.
me.
Eddie Noir. Let me
Yeah.
Mister,
make a
I love
point.
you.
Mm.
Mister, I
Let me
love you.
learn. Let me learn.
No, but he making it our fault. He making it be that our fault. It's not our fault.
I didn't know in cook
Lofty,
queen.
Lofty, let me come in here.
No,
Let me
no,
come
cook
in.
queen.
Mister, I love
No,
you. Let me come
Queen,
in
Queen,
here.
yo, hold on. Let it man in.
Let me say I love you and then you're
No, but he
bombarding.
twerking it
No, hold
on
up
us. So
now.
I just want to hold him
Uh-huh.
right
No,
there.
cook queen.
Let me
Let me
pause
start.
him a little bit. I will unpause him later. Let me pause him. I will unpause him later.
Go ahead. Now let
Let
me
me
know.
pause him. Uh, Mister, I love you.
Yes.
It's not everybody have that mindset. Okay?
Uh-huh.
Certain relationship you get in.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes you get in a relationship, you are just there to build that person up.
Uh-huh.
Understand? And
Uh-huh.
some relationship, the person is down and God sent you into that person's life for certain purpose.
Uh-huh.
Get it? So it's not everybody have that mindset. But for me, lazy, it's not because they say, oh, because my partner or my ex and I we have relationship that we break up in a terrible way. Okay, I got two kids. I got three kids. Father, I live with one right now. The other two, no, actually, I got one and a half outside because the other one are just a sperm donator, and the other one that original father. Okay, the sperm donator is somebody that you cannot even like work with because when you try to work with them, they go different way because why they just a donator, they just donate that sperm. And the other one is somebody that I don't know how to talk to people, but he's there 24/7. When the child call him, he appear right there. When the child call him, he right there to do it. So certain place that I pour him at, that me and you cannot have communication. I will not spoil your name because me and you not talking because 24/7 when our little girl, my daughter call him, he's there to anything the little girl want, he's there 24/7. I will not be surprised when my daughter call one day and say, my mom not pay my house rent, he will pay my house rent. That's how nice he is. But when it comes to communication, he don't know how to talk. When you ask him question, he will kick you up. And me, I don't have patience for that. So I let him talk to his daughter, which I will give him his stone, I will give him his credit where it belongs. So that's what I say. My ex, you my ex for a reason, and you will be my ex, and you will be on that bench, and you will stay there. And for my sperm donator, thank you for donating the sperm, but that place you at, I will just tie you right there and put you right there. Which I'm not regretting you not calling me, you not getting in communication with my daughter or your daughter because what you donate the sperm, which God appreciates it. And another person accept her. So and not everybody blame men because they break all the men break up with them. Some of us were not in love and will break up with them. But you just have to stay somewhere. You don't have to show yourself everywhere I at. Hey, you my ex. Don't talk about me. I'm not talking about you. People
Okay,
really know
but
me and you did that. So
okay, I
That's
get a
mistake.
point, but let me get back to my point, right?
Okay.
Now, AJ, so like I was saying, right? A lot of time when women break up with men, some of them see it to be the cutest thing that they've broken up with this guy and the guy's still chasing after them. So when they see him in public, they're willing to say hi and they're willing, because in their head, it's a fantasy. But the moment they're with a man and they have high expectation for that man, and that man seems like he's someone who is financially sound, he's well educated, this and that, and the expectation is high. If that man decide to pull the plug on them, he become their worst enemy. They feel like the man just wasted their time. No, what's hurting them is the fact that they were around someone who had a great potential, but he didn't see that value in them to put them on that level. So at the end of the day, a lot of them get so bitter. I'm not encouraging anyone to be in a every day saying hi to an ex. No, but be mature enough. When you see your ex in public, say hi, how you doing, and keep it pushing. At least. But it's so childish for you to be in public. You see your ex, then you cut your eye. At the end of the day, you go up, you can, and he been part of your life. Excuse me to say, the lady no get that order, he know what it look like. Even though you somewhere else right now, he knows.
That's how we
And
didn't
some
eat it,
and
Doc.
some
Mister,
of
I love you.
them
We didn't eat
and
it,
some
Doc.
of them, oh wait, and some of them like I heard somebody saying some of them so now they feel very insecure because they feel like some of the exes know them too well and too good, and they feel like if they dare stay in any confined area with some of the exes, all hell will break loose, and they will give up. One is sort of give up. So for that reason, they are like they hate them so much and they don't want to see them. But deep down, if you put it in somewhere and close the door, they will not be able to help it. So for me
In my
personally, I'm
scenario,
coming
someone will be
as
going
I
to jail.
learn,
That
as
person
I
will be going to
learn,
the
as
hospital.
I learn. In my conclusion statement, I think it's okay for you to be mature enough. I'm not encouraging anyone to be in a complete relationship with their ex, but be a woman, be responsible enough to say hi or greet your
Especially
ex when you see them in public, or even if your ex come up to you and say, "Oh, Eleanor, how you doing?" Be able to respond. That's enough.
that's enough.
According to police grade.
Really?
Mister, I love you. I'm one of the bitter ex.
No, but Carter, let Eleanor come in, then Pastor Sosa come in, then I'll bring you in. All right?
Okay.
Some
Yeah.
Mr. I love it. Everything of me is a value. So I headed to an ex that would never happen.
Wow.
Right,
And the
right.
ex better not say hi to me because I'm calling the police on him.
What does hi
Because of the
mean?
kid. Because of the kids. Don't you
But he
think
can buy a kid's phone. We have a court order. He can get
oh
it. Our order is gonna be 10 this year.
yeah.
Our second order is gonna be 6. He can get them a phone. He
So
don't have to communicate through me or talk to me.
Eleanor,
No.
let me ask you quick. You with his kids, you're running into each other in the African store, the supermarket, and his kids recognize him. Daddy, everybody rush to him. What are you gonna do at that moment?
Because I won't see him. Okay, first of all, I won't see him in the store. Second of all, my channel will not be with me and run to him daddy because that's not his time. He has every other Friday. So if it's not Friday that day, he better not come around.
He get restraint order on him, guys.
Y'all meet at the
No, I don't have
supermarket.
a screening order on him. We went to court. He hired a lawyer. He brought his
Yeah.
deal
Then
on the
maybe I do
table
something to
and
you. Pastor
huh?
Sunset, we gotta pray for
Pastor Sosa, what say you when it comes to exes?
I mean my
No,
uncle knows me. He been knowing me since our baby. He knows me. If I say this is what I'm gonna do,
I'm
I
kind of,
go to a principle. You
I'm
get
kind
from
of
me
big.
what you give to me. He gave me crazy, so I gave him now crazy. So if it's not Friday, 6 p.m.,
Uh-huh.
he doesn't be around me or my children. I go by the court order because he hired a lawyer who could have sat down and talk about it and like the adult thing was supposed to be. But because he felt that he had money, he hired a lawyer, went to the table, went to the courthouse. He present what he wanted to present. I agreed to it. I never argue because I know for being your deadbeat dad, you learn it for short to whatever you're saying today. So I
Can
said,
you
okay, then go ahead. And now he can't even do what he's gonna do. And like I said, I will not go out of my way to make him feel like a father. So he's not talking on my phone. He's not talking to
That's
his children
fine.
on my internet. He works 2 full-time jobs. He drives for Infinity 2003. So he can buy a phone for your kids. He don't have to go through me to talk to your children. He can call, buy them a phone. So I'm not saying hi to my ex. I am not, my ex not saying hi to me. Let me tell you a funny story. Now I leave it to my uncle.
But
He came, he did not text me.
before you tell this story, can you read what Moses said? Moses said, if you refuse to speak to your ex, that means you miss him.
God forbid.
That's a lie. God forbid. Nobody makes no ex. You my ex
No,
for
let me
a
tell you a funny thing.
reason.
I saw he's supposed to text me on Tuesday before the Friday to get the girls. He didn't text me. I came from work. He parked a car in front of my house. My new house, what about? He
Yeah.
parked a car there. You know what I did? I
No.
called the police. I said, there's a strange guy in front of my house that I don't know.
Uh-huh.
When the police came, he said, my baby man, the police came and said, no, sir, I don't know who that guy is. I said, I don't know him. And then he insisted you were my case dad. And I said, no, he wasn't. And the police said, if you don't leave, you're going to jail for trespassing. And he left.
Wow.
I don't know you.
This guy, my man, but Pastor So says, this guy not easy. Yeah. What?
You know, but I just want to take this time to really compliment your man in Liberia. I need to buy him. I mean, if that says part of Guinness, I need to buy it for him because he's doing extremely well.
Oh,
With
You
yeah.
know,
this, he's
as I
doing well.
sat down and listened to, and you can see, you can clearly see the attitude of a man with their former or ex,
Yep.
and the attitude of women with their ex. On the show, it speaks out. All right. I know for fact, and that one thing, that is why I talk to my girls' children, because women are easily victimized in relationship as compared to men, because the value of a man start to increase from age 30. The value start climbing. Women start to depreciate from the age 30. All right. So women expectation for relationship is high. So when that is played with, they come back with every look. I know some women, when you give them chance and they end up a gun, they will shoot their ex. I know some women like that.
Especially when you say there's no sentence, they will not go to jail. Nothing will happen to
Yeah,
them.
they will shoot you. All
I want
right.
of those ex. I want of those ex.
So
And you
Pastor So
see,
says, why
you see,
why most women don't like that ex, but men, we cool our exes.
you know why you cool with your ex?
No.
You can still have a child in your 60-year-old.
Hmm.
You cool with your ex because you are a man. Your depreciation takes long before it happens.
Damn it.
You are a man. You can have 5 women. I mean, 5 children rather. Once you are potential, you still have a wife to take. You AJ over there. Therefore, you not get no relationship. Woman can't do that. No matter how beautiful and potential she is, she get 5, 6 children.
No, the man
Once she
got
get money,
12
they
children,
start
but he's
kicking.
still married. He got 12 children, but he's still married.
Right? Good.
I can
You
not just
got
say it
12,
was
but you still
14,
got,
but maybe I stand to be corrected.
you
What do you
know.
mean you still be correct? Hey, God.
So, so women are always bitter because they are more victimized. But there's my issue. And I always say this to people. There should be, you should not reach to the point where, more especially someone who have a child. And in the way that American people do these things, and they flow along with it. Because back home, the family pressure alone, the cultural pressure, traditional pressure, all the pressure there will not make you to treat the man in such a manner. All right. So for me, I would not advise any woman be 100% cool with your head, your flow, your no. My say will not allow it. I can't allow my woman to be flowing with her ex. No.
So, but Pastor, what about the speaking? Just seeing your ex seeing you
No,
falling.
the
Oh,
way
how
I'm
you
coming.
doing?
The way I'm coming. It won't cut anything from your skin to say, oh, hi, how you doing? You know, but when it reach a point where you're testing each other, oh, how you coming on, I miss you, oh, no. But if we bracket somewhere in a store, hey, how are you? Cool. You know, we laugh and we pass. But the children, they okay. You know, Let me say this. This country we call America with freedom has damaged a lot of things in our cultural setting. Lofty over there, I didn't know what they would tell you. When I came to the US, new name in her father's soul resting, we went to a program.
Pastor,
The
call
kind of
Lofty a neophy more humble than Eleanor. Call
yeah.
Lofty.
When
No,
we
I
went to a
don't know.
program, one of her cousins from Pasha, they call Lottebo. Lottebo is similar to your misunderstanding. The person I'm talking about is I know I love you or whatever. That person is bigger than you. The person is taller than you. Lottie said before the boss slapped Lucky Ball. Lottie was sure lemon last finger. She tiptoed and slapped that guy in the face.
Hey, hey. She what? She tiptoes?
Tiptoed and slapped the man. No, they play more egg. I like in America. Man, skin quick. When the man ran to one, let you Lottie open her chest and test me. You know what happened to you? Test me. Right? So I'm saying this to say they need right in
Achieve,
America
oh,
have
achieve it. I
suffered in
love you.
it.
I've
So,
changed.
Oh, no. We know you changed.
Right there. Do you know why Lofty open her chest? Because Lofty know the system that even though when a woman hit a man, when a man hit back, the man will be in more trouble. Even though the
I
woman
know,
but
right?
she know the system.
But again, the lofty that I knew when I used to take care of all the lofty I knew, and let people whole refugee truck in the river because they left back in Africa. I said I would put a truck in the river. They didn't tell me to go for lofty. When lofty that I said I'm on lofty, yeah.
The Americanized her.
Yeah, they have indoctrinated
Yeah.
our girls here with this. They right to the point that and again, keeping speed from your ass won't change anything.
It just show maturity.
You know, I know sometimes some of you guys go with a bit on it because you victimize and the rest of it and what have you. But again, come on.
All right. Let's bring in Carter here. Very interesting topics tonight, guys. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna give each people, because we also reading our viewer comments here. It's almost 11. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna give everybody, 5 to 7 minutes for closing statement, and we will start with Miss Carter. And Miss Carter, you can in your closing statement you can talk about upcoming topics, talk about any events. In your closing statement, gentlemen, you can
Why
talk.
you pushing on to talk about event? Why you pushing the girl to talk about event?
No, I'm not pushing you. I'm just saying it's for my panelists. Any closing statement, you don't have to talk about what we're discussing. You can talk about anything. You got 5 to 7 minutes. If you want to speak less, that's fine.
He said event.
The woman getting married, she hired me.
I know that place you're going. I know that place
Oh,
you're
this
going.
guy.
I know that place you're going. I
AJ,
know
I'm going with you. Don't leave me far. We're driving
Yes,
together.
Lofty, come.
Oh, love we are
that where's
not
so.
driving, we are flying. Oh,
That
No,
Fargo.
where?
Bismarck,
Yes,
Bismarck.
ma'am.
Fargo.
Based on where
Okay,
you
then we
man.
can
Bismarck.
fly together then. Yeah,
Lofty. Let me know.
yeah.
I'll carry you.
Okay.
I mean, I fly.
Based on where you.
It's not
Yeah,
right.
it's not far.
It's my 10
Based on where
hours
you
away.
man.
No, it's
Based
not.
on where you go there.
It's 10
It's not
hours
far.
away.
My man, I'm a state trooper. I
Oh,
drive the 50th state of the
AJ,
United States. I'm a Joe I do.
all right.
AJ,
Yes.
I
I
already
just took a
wrote
load
you
of
down.
basement the other time. Basement right
Wait,
here.
I'll
Maybe I'm
send
far go there.
everything how you call it, in the group chat.
Let's still have time. Why you giving excuse? Still
Yeah,
have
I'll
time is
send all
And
way.
the
now you are
personal
good. And now you are good
invitation.
job.
Don't
And now
worry.
you are good job.
She not
I'm not
brought
there.
her bride hair for me. When her bride hair was coming to come from
Uh,
me, so I vexed her.
no, no, we're trying to inbox. Don't worry. Since I got all of y'all.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for staying with us here. We're going to do a closing statement here, 5 to 7 minutes. We're going to start with Rachel Carter.
Before
Uh,
Richard, where's the wedding? Me and I'm not in the inbox. So just tell me
September,
right now.
Oh, Mama,
September
you know,
28th.
do a closing statement. She will mention it.
Okay. So actually, I've with everything we talked tonight, I'm just gonna conclude with the last one because the first one is too much. I forgot some, but I would tell everybody that watching this live, if you have an ex, what really helped me recently, because I have all my exes are in a black book, but what really helped me is having a closure with them. If you have a closure with somebody, even if they cheat on you, you ask them, so why I gave you all my life, my time, my everything, and you did this, they will explain to you. Maybe they will like, you wasn't you wasn't speaking on the mic right. You know what I mean? Speaking on the mic, right? You wasn't
Oh
speaking on
yeah,
the mic
sound check,
right.
sound check.
Or you wasn't doing
Man,
the
AJ, see
sound
you,
right
yeah,
or
Baba, yeah,
something.
AJ, Baba, see you, see.
No, Pastor, you can go. You get a closing statement, man. Of You can
How
go.
I can don't closing statement? I
No,
can
but
don't closing statement.
it's not fair to the viewers. You will give your closing statement. You got to talk about your upcoming segment on.
But man of God, you say you doing your counseling. You can use 1 whole week to talk about sex. Then she talk about
Do
sound
funny,
check. Now
man.
you running away.
Start off. Go ahead.
Anyway, it's good to have a closure with your ex. That's what the American people, they always have to have that closure. When you have that closure, you know he cheated on you for this reason. He knows that you left him for this reason. And you guys tell each other, like, you know what, I'm done with it. We cool, we done. Give that last hug, and y'all can be cool. When you see them, you say hello. You don't
If
have
you
to
got
be
to do one last round, you do it too, and
whatever you feel like doing. If you want to, you do it, but don't bring a baby.
yeah,
But whatever it goes, it is what it is.
because
And
any nothing in your face.
yeah, it is what it is.
Rachel,
But anyway, it was nice being on the show. This live is actually good for the community. It's good for all of you guys to come watch because some interesting topic that you guys don't even want to speak with for your spouse. But on this live video, you will hear about it. If a woman very conscious, she don't want to speak on the mic or she don't want to communicate, bring her on the live. She will listen to other live women and I don't take nonsense to like Inte Love T that up there. She will know what to call, how to call the police on her ex too. I'm just kidding. But in conclusion, my
Lucky you
wedding
did that the same.
is
I
a keep
did. Papa,
talking
I
about
don't
your
know
real
him.
wedding.
Why is the streets man from my house?
I just like her voice, like she got that kind of that's there
But you
was
were
shot with
talking.
more
You
talking
said
that
you
kind of
knew
power in
what
her
you
voice.
feel like.
Like,
You were.
that's
You
good.
knew
I
what
know
you feel
him,
like.
man. Rachel, I know the man. Why he even my house? I know him. I know him.
you guys are eating Carter Tom. She got 3
But
minutes.
anyways,
I cannot enjoy it.
next year will be my not next year. Oh, I thought it was staying 2023. So and September gonna be my wedding, September 28th. And I know all of you guys gonna be clearly guys. I'm happy I meet you guys because I'm not a social person. I'm always by myself. So it will be good to meet new people, new friends, and learn from every one of you guys. I need some of your qualities and everything. So y'all don't worry. Everything AJ will get all the information and stuff like that. But nice meeting you guys.
Carter, how you say you're not a social person and you're a content creator? You on Facebook every day more than me creating content.
You can
Well,
create content, but it doesn't mean you're a social person. Social person means
yeah,
you're among people,
yeah,
you
get
people
friends.
person.
My man, Pastor
I mean,
Social.
no,
So
but
what?
I don't
So
have to defend her, man.
I
My
create the
sister.
content. I create the content because a person cannot be social. It's just like somebody said in the passenger seat, but they know a lot. They see the words, what is going on. They may not experience it sometimes, but they just say it out. So I'm just kind of anti-social a little bit. I feel like when me and somebody now on the same level, like if you don't want to go to school, me you can be too cool. Like because me and your logic and mind is not me. And you'll not be going to the same road.
The
If
mouth
it's
not
not this
mouthing.
person, me, you can go this way. So we are just acquaintance, but if you don't invite me, I will not go. Like, that kind of inter-social person, but I'm working towards it to leave it. So
Thank you. All right, thank you, Miss Carter. Thank you for your time here. Extend our salutation to the folks in Bismarck, North Dakota. And Crew Queen, your closing statement for tonight.
Um, I would love to say thanks to everybody for coming out today. The topic was really good, and looking up to one topic I really want us to discuss about, and I want us to discuss about.
Put it in the
I
chat
did
room. Don't
okay.
don't expose it to them. Let us surprise them. Put it in our chat room.
Okay. So I would just keep that. But anyways, guys, I would love to say thanks to everybody for coming on here. I have learned a lot. And like I really want to be on here and I pray to God that we have the strength to keep going on. When you're on this live, please follow ABJJ page it's Cool Queen on my page on Facebook is Cool Queen. So Lazy Cool Queen we are. So you can follow my Facebook page and follow my business page. When you're doing wedding, baby shower, any occasion, you can hire me. I can provide hair for your event. And also we are all here, so I can wait for next week Wednesday to come, and I just want to hear that discussion. So thanks to everybody for being out here. I really do appreciate every one of you.
Thank you, Crew Queen. We love to have you on the show. You're very innovative, interactive. You love TMA. We've been using our, personal reference, to ourselves here. So that's good. So we can't wait to hear that new discussion here. Drop it in the chat room, and guys, it's fun, with these ladies. Pastor Success, fire up your closing statement.
Okay, so it's good, you know, to have this kind of conversation because these are some of the little things we overlook that destroy relationship and marriages these days. So to have you bring this kind of topic and people coming to discuss them, they are good, but when we come to discuss them, like I always say, marriage is an institution that God Himself established. So you cannot successfully discuss relationship or marriage outside the biblical context, and we have to keep in conformity to that. But it's good to be here, and you know, like you can just say myself, I'm a businessman, like AJ. So you're moving out of Des Moines, you want to come to Des Moines, coming from Fargo, North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Missouri, wherever you're coming from, you want to move, you want to maybe transport some of your stuff. That's what I do. That's my job. They let me know. I'll be right there instead of taking that money and giving the American people you are. They let me know. Oh, you want to go for stuff, you want to go for marketing, like your stuff in Minnesota or maybe somewhere in New York, wherever. Let me know. We can work on it and then we
So
can have it going.
quick question, Pastor. So if somebody moving from the apartment to another apartment, they can hire you to do the job.
Well, the work I do is not to be go and pack your thing or whatever. I can just bring my car, my van, load your stuff, take it to your area, load it, offload, and go about my business.
But who's gonna load and offload, you or the person?
No, when it comes to loading, I'm coming there. The best thing what I'm doing, I'm transporting you, right? But I know
Yeah.
you. I'm not going to stay there for you and do the loading. I'm going to help out, do the loading. They want two other able with one or two person in to help her load it.
Oh, okay. But the reason I ask you is your fee, is it going to be part of, or you're going to give the person option? If you want me to help, this is how much. Or if you not want me,
Yeah, it has the option. So it like when I'm on the road, right? My dispatcher let me know this load you're gonna load it, and because you load in it, there's a 200 there for your pay, or there's a 150, or there's a $75 because you touching it low,
okay.
right? So when you call me, it's gonna be a little bit different. Not like I'm on the road, but when you take a UR, do the UR guys follow you to do your loading? No.
No, if you take a UR, you just rent a UR and do your own.
Yeah, but I'm coming there physically. I'm not going to stay there for you and to do the work. So yeah, but when it's something that you want me to take full responsibility of loading,
Yeah.
I have to hire other people because I don't can do it. Then you obviously have to pay for it.
So, but can I just rent your van with all you being part of it? You just give it to me and just stay home and I control it. Can I also do that?
No, the reason is it has an insurance. You're not on the insurance.
But what about a U-Haul? You can go and rent U-Haul.
But you
Yeah, you
rent
is a
you
big
all.
company. Like you are a big company. They got different
Listen,
system.
I love you. I'm asking this question for the viewer. The viewer might want to ask this question, but that's what I'm asking. But anyway, thank you very much, Pastor. So, do you want to say anything about your upcoming
Yeah, so in the next 2 or 3 weeks, we will be coming up with our religious topic, and some of these things we're talking here today will be discussed in depth. We'll be talking about Christian, how to manage your finances, Christian getting engaged into businesses, and how to manage or keep your marriage going, your relationship, and all those stuff. Yeah, the scripture is big. That book, it has 66 book, but it's bigger than the 66 book. The revelation in our book is bigger than the 66 book. And we'll be discussing in depth. So yeah,
and
spread the information. The flyers will be up very soon, and then we'll throw the flyer out there. But before I leave, AJ, let me use the opportunity to announce to you all that I am a friend to a presidential candidate of the United States. It's called Dr. Roland Roberts. He will be in Iowa on the 13th, 14th, and the 15th is the the Republican rather primary in Iowa. So he has a very good relationship with Africa, Sudan, Ghana, Nigeria. He was trying to take him to Liberia. He really interested. He want to go to Liberia, but he need all of our support. So we are choosing and decided to rally around him. So we are encouraging other Liberians. If I if I'm permitted in our political channel, I know some of you are not there, but we put the information there. We every 7 o'clock Central Time, we have a Zoom meeting for 1 hour. Some of you, if you want to come on just to listen to know who he is, you are
And what's his
welcome.
name again?
Dr. Rollins Roberts.
So so
He's a Republican or presidential candidate.
so how
He's
can we know about this guy before we how can we read about his policy before we say, okay, you know
So
what?
what you do, go on Google and just type Dr. Rollins Roberts.
Okay, we'll try that.
Or you can Wikipedia here, Dr. Rollins Roberts. You will see kind of what he has done in Africa, around the world, and so on.
And his platform. All right, thank you very much. So
Yeah.
Eleanor, your closing statement?
Oh,
Can I leave now?
Yeah, you can stay or you can leave. Or you can stay.
Bye bye, guys. I will go for the morning to go to work. I'll see you back.
Thank you. All right, Lofty.
Love you, finish coming.
okay, Uncle. I will. So, what I'm gonna say today is that so each its own. So, I mean, if you want to be friend with your ex, that's fine because I have seen some girls being friend with her ex, and it's a constant fight in a relationship, in a marriages, because their husband or their present partner is accusing them of sleeping with their ex, and the ex is going around and saying, "Oh, he think he get her, I can still sleep." Well, those are the things some people go through by being friends with their ex. So for me, like I said, I can't be friend with ex that I don't know. I can be friend with rude ex and stuff like that. No. So for me, it's a no. But I mean, if you're comfortable, your current partner is comfortable, you can do what makes your relationship happy. With that being said, I mean, I appreciate everyone this night for tuning in. I think we have more viewers tonight because I was watching on my other phone, and we actually did have a lot of viewers compared to the other shows. So I'm impressed so far. Come on, ladies. You can also ask a question in the segment, and then we can read it out and we can answer your question. You can come on and be our guest for 5 minutes. Like everybody can participate. You don't have to be a panelist to participate. You can just say, "Oh, I want to come on," and we'll send you the link. You can come on and like my um partner will say you can opine, right?
Yes,
They
yes.
can come on and
Opana.
opine. Yeah, so this program is for everybody. It's not just for us that can be on here, it's for everybody too. You can come on, you can participate, you can give your opinion, and we promise to be very respectful towards your opinion. We're not gonna be rude to you or anything. So everything I say here is gonna be taken into consideration. Trust me. So come on, ladies and gentlemen, and give your input. We appreciate it.
And Lofty is right here. Before we go to Mr. I love you here, the show is very unique. You don't have to use yourself as reference. If you want to, if you're comfortable, that's fine. You see, me, Liz, and Lofty, we use ourselves as reference. We're comfortable. If you want to generalize that Pastor Sunset answered all the questions, but he was generalizing. So that's fine. If you want to be the Mr. Love You, who let them, blow you hit, that's okay. You know what I mean? So, Mr. I love you, your closing statement. So before you go, Mr. I love you, give her a little synopsis of because I did not follow the South Dakota Choice Award. I was so busy, don't get me wrong. And I just give up take 3 to 5 minutes to summarize it. How did it go? Was it successful? Who all got award? And how are you guys planning for next year?
Yeah, I would like to give the credit to the South Dakota Librarian Award platform. Since we're on a relationship platform, if during the rightful time when an actual interview or time is scheduled for us, we can have the three organizers come on. We'll be able to better propine, in regards to that. But tonight I'm not going to dive into it. But my closing statement here. It's a wonderful topic on a discussion. Things that you see in men that make you know a man is ready for marriage, and if it's okay to be in communication with your ex. I feel like out of maturity, you know, You don't need to be texting them every day or whatever, but when you see them in public, just say hi to them. Um, it's a wonderful discussion, but there is something I want to say
Right.
for the first time. You know, I don't want to act too tough for the first time. Let me
And
break
don't
it
go
down a
here.
little bit. No, I'm not going to blow yet.
Yeah.
Over the years, I've realized dating, I had a concept or I had a preconceived mindset about dating coming from Ghana. In Ghana, when it comes to dating, a lot of things were very authoritative with the men being in control.
Is your current girlfriend
But,
from Liberia?
oh, just that. I, Chidi, let me.
Go ahead.
So, I had a mindset that dating it's something very authoritative, based on my setting that I grew up from within Ghana. So I thought everything the man got to be in control. When the man say this, the woman don't say that. Everything the man say this and that. But I have come to realize, with the person I'm currently with, I've come to realize that when it comes to dating, you got to be extremely patient. You got to be patient to the point where you got to be patient. One, you got to be willing to deny yourself. You got to be willing to just like a lot of things not going to make sense to you. And I've realized over the time that if you really want to be with that person, if you want to always prove a point and always be right, it just won't work
Mm-hmm.
because you leave her and move on to the next. And some of the characteristics of women, you might see it as a baby or a childish behavior, but to the best of your surprise, it's the characteristics that run in all of them. So you're really not going anywhere if you decide that you're going to run away from one of them. You're going to go meet another one who's almost like another crab baby. You get what I'm saying? So I've learned a lot, and it has broken me down as a man. My toughness and my craziness. She's had her own way of tuning my energy down. You get what I'm saying? I've adapted to it. And again, tonight's
So
discussion
does that
too.
mean you are in love?
Yeah, he's about to.
Hello, hello, hello. And then tonight discussion too. I'm hearing, the point of some of the women raising about, you got to compromise, and then that just ring a bell in my ear, like, yeah, these are some of the things I have done. You get what I'm saying? So again, beautiful topic. I learned, but sometimes I just don't want to knock my head and say, oh yeah, what you saying makes sense. I want to throw it off, and then later on I'll grab it and put it in my head. But in the instant of the moment, I'm not going to freeze and just shut up and be like, oh yeah, you do have a point. No, I'm not. So, but I learned a lot from the women, and when I hear some of them saying things that remind me of the current situation I'm in, and it keep referring me back to that, it just proves the reality of life.
Thank you. Wow, you so soft tonight. Even me and Eleanor were surprised. Wow.
Look at
Very. I'm
trouble. Look at
shocked.
look at
We
trouble.
that was here the
Look at
last time.
trouble.
That was here the last time. So
Ah,
Well,
and then Mr. I Love You. The summertime is coming. I MC weddings. I have my new show out. I'll be history class. I uploaded a piece of it up on my page. A lot of people seem to be following it. Make sure you follow through. If you need an MC for your wedding, somebody with the energy, the excitement, the fun, and everything, I'm right
um
here. People know me. They
AJ,
know what my capability is. So
AJ,
yeah.
yeah,
Mister, I love you. You're sorry. I know we end the topic. I apologize for breaking something by. You know, one thing that I noticed in my Liberia community, and I know maybe a lot of people notice that too. I've been in the Liberia industry for a very long time, but something I noticed, like when they're doing something in Des Moines, none of them remember me. Like they don't remember that I had a talk show before. I had Des Moines going up before because of me. And I've been in the movie industry. Like I got movie out there on YouTube. But I never see Liberian people contact me like, oh, you know what, Lazy, we see you in like Liberian movie or you were in Liberia because most of the time they have some stuff going on in Des Moines here. And I be like, you know what, I feel like it's the people you get to know. Like when you know somebody who knows somebody. One time, Best that were here, they were giving people an award. I was there. That person did not even deserve a award. And some of us that been in the industry, it just went left. And so I don't know what I in Des Moines. That's the question I have. When you're coming here, you just go by anybody you know that in the community that go out there that just friendly with everybody, or it's the people that was in there before that bringing it for us to keep bringing them up. That's the
Crew
question.
Queen.
Yeah.
AJ is one of the organizers of that. He will answer you behind closed door because the award show is coming up again in April, and he was one of the organizers. So he will be better. He will be able to give more emphasis on it. He will answer you behind closed doors, right, Jerry?
Yeah, no, not closed though. I can answer her right now. Not closed though. Some of the reason I'm bringing you back here, or I'm happy that you came back on the spotlight here, um, or Liz, is because you are then contributing to the community. The show where we give an award and stuff, those were show based on the audience selections. If nobody select you or for your community, then which means that okay, you probably didn't see the promotion, because what those people do is when we coming up with this show, we post the link. They encourage their friends and my impact on the community. If you want to recognize me, you can go on our website and vote for me, because we compile those data based on the selection from the public. So when we compile those data now, we take it and give a award based on who the public selected. So yes, Crew Queen been contributing. She had a talk show. She always been here. She's a well-known figure in the community. So we are bringing her back here on the current situation media. Like I said, as my crew sister, she and I will be here a long time. And yeah, so hopefully she will come back, and hopefully she will participate in the upcoming Labyrinthos Award. Hopefully people will go and recognize her work she has done in the community. Yeah, so that's a very good point she raised. But with that said, I'm going to show a clip of Mr. I Love You stuff. Mr. I Love You got a lot of work he does on YouTube. The man, he's not only a host, he's a Liberian, well-known comedian. So, Mr. I Love You. So go ahead and introduce this stuff here. I'm going to put it on the stage here. Let me see. Yeah. So introduce it, then I will fire it up.
It's called LIV History Class. Just sitting down and listening to LIV history in a comic way. That's what it is.
Okay. So let's go ahead and make the screen big here for the audience here.
Police director, Vanny Dempster. So when Tubman died in 71 at the age of 75, 1971, he died July at the age of 75. Tubman, Talbot took the helm of power. But then, all the beginners start coming back from school now. Russia, America, Romania, this place, that place. They started coming back. So, you know what? And, like I said, they and the vice president were cool. So, you promise all that one, then both will come out, we get job. Backup might be coming. They won't come. Saw you. Talbot was not able to eliminate the old regime, the old boys, the old guard, to get these beginners into power. Noise came up. Let me dream and coffee. The noise that came out.
So that where all the noise.
The noise came from. And that noise brought about some more noise. Then the Minister of Agriculture under Talbot, Dr. Florence Chenoweth, a woman, young woman, and
But Jerry, you're skipping the thing.
calling themselves the People's Redemption Council, supported by these children and grandchildren.
Bring all of them.
Detonated on the morning of the 12th of April 1980. And that particular day, Talbot was supposed to fly from Liberia to Harare, Zimbabwe, to speak on the independence of Zimbabwe. You know who gave kept that city near Harare? Willie Turbo.
Okay.
Harare, Zimbabwe. But that country.
Very informative and educational. Oh my God, we tune
All right.
in.
Yeah.
All right, folks. It's just a little sneak peek of some of Mr. I Love You clips here. So, Mr. I Love You, talk about this clips here quick here. What is this segment here you always post up?
It's like I said, it's called LIB history class. It's called LIB history class, and it is me discussing the history of Liberia with Payunaware. And in that discussion with Payunaware, Payunaware is a he's playing the role of an old pape, and he is literally explaining about the rice riot in Liberia.
Right.
What brought about the rice riot in Liberia is the detail he's giving in that clip over there. So if you watch the entire thing, he will let you know exactly what brought about the rice riot in Liberia.
So it's a comedy, but it's also educational.
Yes.
Yes. So even though it's a comedy, you interviewing, you're chatting, but then the information he's giving out is factual.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So how can one follow this segment?
You follow my page. If not, I have a couple of it up on my YouTube channel already. So you either follow my page. I'll try my best every week to release new episode of it every week. And then after that, I'll also make sure I have it on my YouTube channel as well, so you can be able to watch it. Unfortunately for me, I've noticed that Liberians are very hard to click on YouTube links.
Yeah.
I got these videos on YouTube. They're not following it, but every time I bring it on Facebook, it sparked their interest.
Yeah.
But when I post it on Facebook with the YouTube link, they just won't click on it and go watch it.
Well,
That's the frustration.
Don't be frustrated. Trust me. A friend man say, "Petit à petit, l'oiseau fait son." You gotta keep pushing it. You can't give up. Yeah.
Yeah,
You have
so
to
that's
always
what
try
it
to
is.
and be like, how can I get folks follow my YouTube channel? I got some like brand who I'm following too on YouTube, and I see that they got like crazy subscribers, crazy view. Did they give up? No, they found a way around it. They found some kind of strategy to they did something to attract the viewer to follow them, or they did something to something they did. But keep doing your best. I'm very proud of you. So where's the production of this taking place?
The entire production took place in Liberia.
Okay, so whenever you go see that your beautiful girl, you always do your production.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. When is the wedding?
So I think next week Wednesday we'll be discussing other key topics. No, wedding. As for wedding, it's something that is definitely it's in the pipeline. Within due time,
Yeah.
it will surface. But I don't like to you know publicize those type of things until it's in full engagement and fully ready to move.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in. It's 11:25 Central Time, which is 12:25 Eastern Time. Yeah, and thank you to all our audience. Thank you to our panelists. Thank you to Crew Queen, Love T, Mr. I Love You, Pastor Success, our man Steve, and Miss Carter, and those of our panelists who did not come on tonight but was following. Annie was following, the other panelists was following. But those that contributed in the comment section, we appreciate. Because of you guys, we keep going. And then Lofty said the viewers are getting up here. Especially, we are not using the Vinton host page. We're using that page is just for Iowa now. Do our heavy promotion, but we're gonna stick to the current situation media page here, and that's where if you want to catch this episode or this segment, you have to come on that page. Just go on that page and follow us here. We are not using my personal page. That no. Eventually, we'll be live streaming from the Instagram and YouTube as well. Well, we're live streaming from YouTube right now, but we'll add Instagram there. But if you go on the personal page, all you're gonna see a link. Follow us on the current situation media page. Each and every Wednesday, we come up with our lineup here for this week. We have a relations discussion on Sunday, but we'll be starting 2 weeks. We're gonna move politics to Tuesday and Thursday. Thursday will be Thursday we'll try to find a segment for Thursday, but Tuesday will just be Liberian politics, national politics. Maybe we'll make Thursday something. I will try to ask Mr. I Love. He gave me a lot of ideas. Yeah. He one of the person that feed me a lot of ideas. But big shout out to all my panelists here. We appreciate the ladies. You're always winning. you know, even though tonight's topic was a little bit tough because we had a psychiatrist on here, he kind of push you guys against the wall. You know, it's okay. You know, next week we'll try to have another, you know, professional, you know, person on to maybe when we get deep into the discussion of, you know, sex. And I think somebody recommended that next week topic should be, how do you feel? Do you have sex in the dark or when the lights on? It's a tough one. Somebody just inbox me. Should we discuss that? We're gonna give it to our panelists to discuss. You know, to kind of finalize. And also we have a crew queen have a very important topic too that she throwing in the bag. So we got a lot of interesting topic. Some of our topic will be very intense. And you know, that's why when we start discussing, most of the kids then they go into bed on Wednesday. Usually the kids go to bed by 8:30 now, so they can listen to their parents then. But you know, sometimes this topic here, they teach the kids at school. You know, in America, they talk about sex at school. The kids then learn, you know, that way when they get older, they know, you know, what kind of decision to make. Sex is not a, you know, topic that you should be scared to discuss. No, you know, you gotta talk about sex because why? It also give the kids lessons, advice, you know, from other folks. You got to learn about it because these are stuff that occur in real life. So if you not teach your kids about this topic, you not discuss these topics to them, come on, how they can learn? You know, people have to learn. You know, I remember that 2 years ago, I had a 12-year-old, 13-year-old that got pregnant. Maybe didn't know the importance of sex because if you get pregnant at that type of age, you're still a baby. So maybe if you're going to get the lessons that, okay, getting pregnant at that type of age, you know, you're still a baby. How you going to take care of a kid? And who's the dad? You know, the problem he's going to be in, his age wise and stuff. Yeah, so these are important topics that we discuss every day. You know, but next week, catch on current situation media. It's going to be very intense. We always discuss 2 topics. Eventually, when our viewers go up, we'll may increase 3. But for now, next week topic going to be fire. Ladies, good night.
Good night.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. All right, guys. Thank you very much here. But very, very important discussion here. See you guys next week, Wednesday. Ladies and gentlemen, every Wednesday. Very important topic. And some of you guys, if you have some topics that you think is necessary for, you know, you want for the public to know about and discuss, throw it in my inbox. I will throw it in our chat room. The ladies then we usually review these topics and we pick 2, you know, kind of select 2 for discussion. But we have some very good topics, and some of our topics will become very intense. And we'll also try to have, you know, we'll say professionals on the show all the time here, you know. And yeah, we're gonna have professionals on the show. Yeah, sometimes we're gonna have you know, therapists and doctors and people to just give some good advice. Because at the end of the day, we want you guys to take away something. It's not only all discussing the topic here, but we also learn from the viewers. We also read some of the viewers' comments. You know, and our viewers, we cannot leave them out. Some of the viewers' comments are so important that we even take those comments, screenshot them, and keep it for discussion. You know, so our participant, and that's why the show is very unique because we operate on what we call the triple constraints. The triple constraint is operating within a scope of interacting, informing, educating, and then what? Entertaining. Triple constraints. All right, we are a triple constraint platform. So, folks, thank you. We are in the middle of the week. Happy Wednesday, and also Happy New Year, 2024. What are your goals? Make sure you accomplish them. Take it step by step. Write them down. You know, put it on big posters. You know, put on poster. You know, put on the wall. You know, pin them on your computer. You know, put on your phone. You know, set an alarm. Maybe every week it reminds you. Say, oh, I have to complete this task. Write your task down. See it every day. Talk about it every day. You will get it accomplished. Trust me. All right. So that you might keep in your head, but guess what? Demands cannot, you know, keep things all the time. And you know, some people does not have, you know, strong memories where they will be able to remember things. You know, they forget things a lot. You know, for me, I forget a lot, so I got to write things down. You know, so that's why, you know, I try to write things down. You know, things I have to accomplish, write it all over, where I can see every day and read it every day, remind myself, and get it done. Sometimes it's hard, but you can seek professional help as needed. So, thank you very much for tuning in. Good night. Bonne nuit. À vous demain.